down with BCP. The following content is intended for a mature audience. Only viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Yeah. To the tune of OPP, minority by nature. No time for idle chitter chat and petty iterations. Teaming to me exponentially like I'm Barack's inauguration. Erratic calculations? Nah, I runs the infinite. Only way I slow me down is with some calcing by a limit. They might no longer show the work, the answer self-evident. Some truth should be proclaimed in the Declaration of Independence. Things not instantaneous can be approximated by adding up our changes till everything integrated. Word to my partners in calculus. Yo, you down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. Integral, grind exponential. You down with BCP? That's the way we rotate radiannually. You down with BCP? Down with BCP? You down with BCP? You down with BCP? That's the way we do things limitlessly. Yeah. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Let's blow. Switch the flow. Shift the tempo. You down with BCP? Down with BCP? You down with BCP? You down with BCP? That's the way we do things limitlessly. Yeah. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Let's blow.
I definitely am.
Flow. Shift the tempo. Yeah.
I'm gonna dance my fucking ass off like an idiot right now because we just beat the fucking Packers to go to the playoffs. The playoffs.
My question for you here is, bruh, do you get that?
The fucking playoffs.
What you thought it would be? Kick the riddle, run DMC style. I'm beasting, boy. Steadily been beasting, boy. Verbally, audibly feasting, boy.
I'm gonna let the
arithmetic, mean logic, metaphors more abundant. Got 'em feeling over the dungeon. Think you had enough for the moment. Good morning,
I'm gonna love it
out of the bed.
every single
like,
night.
oh, dog, hold
I'm gonna
up.
just
Bump,
put
bump into
it.
the
I
thing,
just
pulling
bit off
up
a chunk
the
of my mustache in my mouth, and I'm gonna love it every second of it. My wife probably won't because she gets disgusted by hair and her food, but you know, I could give two shit right now. I'll tell you that much. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, your Chicago Bears are in the playoffs. And I really, you know, today is Christmas. Today is also my 51st birthday. Thank you to everyone who has wished me a happy birthday today. Armando Lera Jr., Patty Lera Jr., Cliff Victoria, my man, my member. Thank you so much, man. You guys are awesome. Relentless Mikey, another member. You guys are absolutely astounding because I thought, like, it's Christmas. Why would I do a show? Nobody's going to be here. Like, everyone's going to be with their families and all that jazz. And I'm so grateful right now to have every one of you here in chat. And listen, so I planned on this being a solo show because I know that PJ and Foster were going to be busy with family, and Carl may pop up. We got Bearski's in the back. Bearski's going to join us in a minute, and Sriram is going to be most likely joining us at some point tonight too. So I'm just grateful right now that all you guys are here. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I want to thank every one of you. And I want to wish every one of you a Merry Christmas and a Merry Christmas and a Merry Dansmas to every one of your family members and yourselves. I hope you had a great day today. I hope you spent a quality day doing whatever you wanted, whether it was family or, in my case, sitting on the couch all day. You know what I did this morning? I was like, I don't want to watch these two fucking losers play, the Cowboys and the Redskins. I'm like, I'm gonna rewatch the Bears game because you know why? It's Christmas and it's my birthday, and today is the one day that I get to do whatever the hell I want to do. So, I have Paulski. I will. So Paulski from Bearski Films, he's in the background. He's going to join me in a minute. But this is the opener that I wanted to give you guys, man, because I just want to tell you guys, this game was so intense for me. I had Coach B here with his wife and kids. They came in Friday night. I kept telling them, like, tomorrow Uncle Dan's going to turn into a different guy, and I apologize to his kids, in advance, because I just don't even know how I'm going to be tomorrow. I might become a lunatic, and you might think of me in a different way, and I apologize. And we knocked out Jordan Love, and I was just like, this is, what better could you ask? But then I thought to myself, every time we play the backup quarterback for the Packers, we still end up losing that game. And I got worried. And then that fucker, Malik Willis, is just ding, ding, ding. Oh, now I have the added element of running the ball. I'm going to run around you, defender, and gain 15 yards. I'm going to throw a fucking dart to the sideline in overtime, get onto the 35-yard line, and you're going to think the game is over. And a couple times I walked away. I was like, I can't do this right now. They would do a bunch of the Packers would have a bunch of good plays. The Bears would have a bunch of bad plays. I go out to my garage. I just start cleaning my garage. And then I come back in, and then the Packers would have a bunch of good plays, and the Bears would have a bunch of bad plays. And I'm like, I'm out of here. I go back to the garage. This went on a few times during the game, because I realized I couldn't blow up. I couldn't become a psychopath in front of women and children. Just being honest. So finally, 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, guys, I'm like, I am not going to sit here and watch us lose to a backup quarterback again for the a Packers backup quarterback. So I went into the garage, and Coach B, Brian, who's in here in chat tonight, he comes into the garage with me, and he's like, so he starts talking Bears. I'm like, dude, shut up. I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to talk about the Bears. I want to get my mind off of it. Like, let's talk life. Let's talk family, friends. Let's talk hobbies. Come on, let's not talk Bears. And then finally, I look up. It's 10:30 Eastern time. I'm like, this game must be over by now. So I go back into the house, and as Brian's wife, Coach B's wife, is like, no, get out of here, get out of here. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm out of here. Because every time I came in, something bad happened, and when I left, something good happened. So I'm like, this is my fault. I'm going to the garage. So sat in the garage for another 10 minutes or so. Coach B's son comes out. He goes, the game's over. I'm like, yeah, I'm cleaning stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure it is. It's well timed for it to be over. And he goes, they lost. And I'm like cleaning stuff. I'm like, of course they I was about to blow up. He's like, no, they won. They won. How did that happen? They won. So I go in, I watch the game from the fourth quarter on, and I watched it over, and I watched it over and over and over. And now I know, now all of a sudden it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm talking to the British Bears because it's like 11 o'clock for them. And I'm talking to the British Bears about the game. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I slept on the couch deliberately. Fuck Green Bay. Armando Lira Jr. Fuck Green Bay. And then, of all the rewatches, I think the best part about it was at the end, the coach exchange. Everyone, the coach is always like, yeah, that was a great game. Yeah, hey man, good job. I love how Ben Johnson just walks up to Matt LeFleur, little 3.5 foot tall Matt LeFleur, and just taps him and walks away. And I replayed that like 15 times. I'm like, I love how he hates the Packers head coach. That is like the cherry on top of this coaching staff. The Ben Johnson cherry on top is how he hates the fucking Packers head coach. And God damn, I cannot who can blame him? Who can blame him? Any one of us? I know not me. So I don't want to keep Bearski in the background too much longer, because he was gracious enough to, come on the show tonight. But I just want to say, this is the biggest win, and I'm trying to think. I don't know. I do not know when I can think of a bigger win than this. And it got us into the playoffs by beating them. And I am gonna tell you guys, I don't know if I can live through a playoff game against them. I might just I'm coming to you, Alan. I'm coming to you. I really don't know. Like it's yeah, Lions are out now, Aiden. Oh wait, is that the name's changed? No, wait, so Aiden is not he's not who I think he is. What I hate is that YouTube changed everyone's names to their actual names, their actual YouTube handle instead of their whatever they called themselves. So we have lost track of so many people, you know, that are part of chat that we know who they are, and now we're like, who the fuck are you? Oh, I'm so and so. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't recognize it. Like Grizz, Jay Grizz, totally different name. Armando Lara Jr. is now Tecolote 8566 NT. You know, things like that. You know, shame on you. Shame on you, YouTube, for doing that to us. My final statement before we bring on Bearski is just that there could not have been any better of a win to get to the playoffs other than beating the fucking fuck you Green Bay Packers. Fuck Green Bay Packers. So so this you know, this raccoon on my head, it was supposed to be like trimmed up by now because we made the playoffs, but I got to a few weeks ago. I was like, I can't take it in my mouth anymore. I started trimming it. You know, you getting it, you know, grows up this way. You know what I'm talking about, guys. It kind of grows up here. You're like, why is my beard growing over here? So I shaved it there. I got rid of the Kyle Orton neck beard, you know, and then we lost the game. And then from that point on, I just was like, okay, I'm not touching this thing. This is the playoff beard. I'm not touching it. And we haven't lost the game since. So I'm not going to do anything with this thing until we win the Super Bowl. And I believe with all of my heart, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you that think the same way right now, that this team can win the Super Bowl. What? Did you hear that? This team can win the Super Bowl. Believe. 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 It's possible, guys. Anything is possible. And when you have a team like this that has a game like that in every moment I had to go out to the fucking garage to not deal with knowing what was going to happen, because it always happens that way and it doesn't happen that way. And then they fumble on the 5-yard line. We get the ball back. We get an onside kick. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, that pass from Caleb to DJ, and he just goes, right, puts his hands in his pocket. It's possible, man. Start thinking Super Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, start thinking Super Bowl. It's possible. So, before we get to our guest, I want to talk. I want to give my acknowledgement to all of you in chat, man. Cliff Victoria, member, thank you so much. Cornelius Squalls, man, what's up, Cornelius? It's great to see you in our chat tonight. Philip Palmasano, 5243. You're amazing. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yes. Okay. So, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Cliff, man, 12-4, easily. 13. You mean 13-4? But yeah, easily. It's possible. Aiden. Oh, we got it. That's a Lions fan. I believe any team, once you get to the playoffs, anyone can win. Yes, 100%. And thank you tonight for beating the Lions. If you're a Viking, if you are actually a Vikings fan, I assume. because now, although that scares me, I don't want to face the Packers again in the playoffs. I just don't. I can't handle it. Gene H339, new to the show, new to the channel, unless your name has changed. Everyone who is new tonight to watching this channel, I want to thank all of you. It's normally not like this. It's normally we do this every Thursday night, every single Thursday night at 9 p.m. And here I am by myself, about to be joined by my guest. But my co-hosts are not here, but we are always here, no matter what. Consistency is what matters, man. So I want to thank everyone. El Nino Brown, another one. We got Ralph Love. I'm scared of Green Bay. They dominated us for 6 quarters. Yeah, I mean, Green Bay, dude. I'll be honest, like, I'm terrified of Green Bay. It's just, it's built into my genes now. It's so, I don't want to face them again in the playoffs. We've got B34R Bear Down, Ohana Meleklikihana. Merry Christmas to you, man. Merry Christmas to all of you. AC Adam joining us, Armando Lera joining us, Cliff Victoria. The rivalry is back. You are damn fucking right. It's back. It's real now. And you watched all those Packers walk off that field like there was like nothing else. They had nothing. They know it. They're terrified up north, man. They're terrified because they know this isn't a one and done season. They know that what we have is literally the best entire coaching staff in the NFL, and the best head coach. He gets the best out of his players. He runs it out. He schemes like he saw the Packers once. That's all he needed. We got our ass whipped by the Lions. I can't wait for that game because he's gonna pull some shit out of his hat. He's pissed about that Lions game, right? Pissed. He's that guy that has that look, and I've explained this to my wife and a couple of friends. What I love about Ben Johnson is he'll be standing there talking to the crowd, to the journalist, and somebody will ask him a question. He'll be looking at him over here like this, like yada 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 yada. Here's your answer. Here's your coach speak answer. Somebody over here asks the question. Ben Johnson does this. As they're talking, he just closes his eyes, looks to the right, and then finally he turns his head like, that was a dumb fucking question. Here's your fucking dumb coach speak answer. And one day those questions will stop coming from idiots in the Chicago media because of that look. Everyone knows you have that person in your life that has that look, right? That. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. This is special. This is special. King Buka, man, thank you for joining us. Love you, King Buka, man. Merry Christmas to you. Squeegee, Merry Christmas to you. Relentless Mikey, Merry Christmas. Tony Moy, love you and all your smart-ass comments. You're awesome, man. Merry Christmas. Patty, Merry Christmas. AC Adam, Merry Christmas. Everyone. Coach B, Merry Dansmas. Merry Dansmas. Man, I tell you what, I'm going to stop rambling right now. I just wanted to get this off of my chest. I was perfectly fine doing the show tonight by myself, but some people wanted to join, and I'm like, yeah, well, come on. But I was totally ready for this. Coach B, he got me this for my birthday today, and I wanted to make it into a Flavor Flav style necklace. And then it was like 5 minutes before the show was about to start. I just wanted this to hang off of my neck all night. And then I forgot to make the necklace to make this hang. But Coach B, thank you, man. This is kick-ass. Look, it's barely even lit. You can make it brighter. Look at that. Look at that. So I want to thank you, Coach B, man. Excellent, amazing birthday present. Really appreciate it. Next, on the next show, it will be around my neck. I can promise you that, man. Like a Flavor Flav necklace. It'll be a victory necklace. Aiden Chris Z70, man. Another newbie. Just want to thank you for joining us tonight. Yes. Oh, I've already. Yeah. You messed me up with the Vikings thing. I already said hi to you. So I can't wait to beat the Niners this weekend. That's all I can say. I cannot wait to beat the fucking Niners this weekend. I cannot wait. It's going to be pure bliss. And then we're going to go 13-4, Cliff. 13-4. Romy, what is up, my man? Jeremy, what's up? Merry Christmas to you and your family, and Merry Dansmas to you as well. Let's bring on our guest. I'm sure he's like falling asleep behind the stage, but Paul talks a lot, so he's going to take over the show a little bit here. So I wanted to get all this shit out of the way here before I get cut off constantly. What's up, my man?
Yeah, you know me a little too well, huh?
Hey, I talked to you last night till like 2:00 in the morning. So
1 o'clock my time. So
okay. Rick Gonzalez, by the way, what's up, my man? Merry Christmas. Fuck Green Bay.
So this is my first time doing a show on this new computer that I got. So if my mic is off or anything like that, just let me know. I did also share a video. I don't know if you want to play it real quick.
Wait, really quick before you do that, we got a new member here, Gene H339, a new member. Thank you, man.
Hey, Shorty, take up 5 more minutes. I got to take a phone call. I'll be right back.
Please do. So, Gene, normally on Thursdays we do a pre-show, like a 20-30 minute pre-show before our Thursday night shows for our members, who I'm just so grateful for. Anyone that wants to give any of their hard-earned money to help support us, it means a lot. And some people don't care about that. Some people want a little bit of the extra content. So you will get the extra content from us. And usually, I'll just tell you this, the content is more about life, love, and, just people and us. And you get to kind of get a little bit more insight into who we are as people. And we talk some crazy, crazy shit. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. So King Buka, a new member. Wow. Did somebody just buy a bunch of people new memberships? Because King Buka, man, you weren't even subscribed, bro. What's going on here? You're like PJ. PJ is a member. He's my co-host, and he was like, I'm not subscribed. Like, wow, that's pretty insane. I mean, we're dude. Thank you, Gene, man. It means the world, man. Thank you. We hope to entertain you. I'm going to tell you this much. We entertain you here first, and then we talk about the Bears second. It's about laughter, it's about life, and it's about the Bears. And in that order, pretty much. So, especially once you get into the off season, then there's nothing to talk about. You're going to have some laughs. I can promise you that. We've got some comedians on this show. And on this channel, we also have the British Bears, who do a show at 3 p.m. Central every Tuesday. I think it's going to be seasonal. I'm not sure about that yet because they have a new member. So there's now 3 of them. Rick, the beard, I decided that it was a playoff beard. We made it. Now it's a Super Bowl beard, bro. Fuck Green Bay. Fuck Green Bay. Fuck Green Bay. Green Bay. FGB. 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 Everyone, give me your best FGBs, please. Just FGB this chat for like 5 minutes because fuck Green Bay. Fuck Green Bay. They were chanting at the stadium. Remember, if you heard it? Green Bay sucks. I was like, if I was at the game, I'd be like, no. It's fuck Green Bay. Fuck Green Bay. No. I don't care. We're on national television. What are they going to do? Mute us? Fuck Green Bay. Fuck Green Bay. Fuck Green Bay. Fuck Green Bay. Fuck Green Bay and your backup quarterbacks thinking that they're the starting quarterback. Fuck you guys. You lost the game. You lost the game because you couldn't recover an onside kick with your best-handed receiver. Because you know why? The tables have turned. You know it. All the Green Bay fans, the head coach. Dude, I got so psychotically into watching like the replays of this game and watching the press conferences of this game that I literally went and watched Matt LaFleur's presser because I wanted to see the sadness in his face. And boy, was it, boy, did it just make my day. It just made my day. And
Sorry
I'll watch
about
it
that.
again. Hey,
I
man,
had to take a quick call. Sorry about
absolutely no worries. You could have stuck the phone up your ass right now for all I care.
that. Yeah, if you
I'm
want.
on
I mean,
roll.
but hey, that's for
Yeah, look
members
at
only.
peeps.
That is members only content.
Okay, yeah, correct. I'm so excited to be hanging out with my peeps, and you are one of them. And what's up, my friend? I mean, you've been just pumping out videos since then because you know the content is just it's insatiating, right? Like no matter what you do right now with content creation of the Bears, you can do no wrong.
Speaking of which, I don't know. You want to play this video I shared real quick?
Huh?
You want to play that video I shared real quick? I don't know if you see it.
1 second, I got you.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, I mean, dude, I've been creating content left and right just because, well, the Bears are doing good. I mean, when the Bears are doing good, everybody wants to see them doing good. So the time's actually worth it. I can't tell you how tough it was last year to sit there and just, lose 10 straight and sit there and after the game try and edit it, like rewatch it in detail again. It just sucked. And then, you'd post it and it'd get no reactions. And yeah, so it's just never worth it when they're losing. But, listen, guys, I'll be the first to say, like, I predicted 6 wins this year, right? 4 wins in, I already knew that I was off. I did not think I was going to be this off. I mean, what this team has done, what they've done is special. Hey, Cliff. Hey, King Buka. How are you guys? Merry Christmas to everybody.
It's very special.
Us Polish, yeah, it is very special. Us Polish celebrate on Christmas Eve. So I celebrated with my family yesterday. Today is always a nice, lazy day for me. So, when I saw Shorty on, I figured I have the time. Why not join and say hi to all of you and spend some time with all of you. But, regarding the Bears, look, I do feel this thing is kind of built for the long term, but it is fluky in a way too. Like, you're not going to repeat being a number 1 turnover defense, right? So I always, especially David too, like we always tend to look at things from a long-term perspective. But as far as just this year goes, Shorty's right. This team can win a Super Bowl. I mean, there's nothing inaccurate about that statement. And so for coming from a guy that did predict 6 wins, I mean, I've been called a hater left and right and this and that, blah, blah, blah. I've always felt like I was a realist. And the realistic situation right now is this team can beat anybody. I mean, is it pretty? No, not really.
Torian! What's up, Torian?
There is a lot,
God, so good to see you again.
There's a lot to fix, but because there's a lot to fix, that means there's a lot of room for improvement, and you're already winning games. Like, so if you improve, you just become more and more threatening, more and more scary, and more intimidating. And, like somebody said, I believe Cliff Victoria, anything can happen in the playoffs. Yeah, anything can happen in the playoffs. I mean,
tonight I'm drinking scotch. It's my birthday. Fuck off.
Tonight I'm having a beer. I mean, I barely have them anymore. So.
Man, it's so good to see you again, Torian, man.
Yeah, good to see you, man.
Well, it's good to see you, Bearski. It's good to see you, Torian. It's good to see you,
it's good
Rick.
To see everybody
everyone,
in chat,
Sweetie.
for sure.
I love all you guys, man. You guys are just,
Shorty, I really like this clip I made. Let's share it for everybody. Let's play it.
Let's do it.
A-plus throw for Caleb Williams. He knew it when he let it go. That ball's in the air a long time. On the fake, Williams looking downfield.
Love how he's walking back. Background. That's beautiful, dude. That's beautiful. Well done, my friend.
Thank you.
They're monumental for us, and we want them to be here. We want them to support. We want them to travel well with us. We want them to be proud to be a Chicago Bear fan.
Sanders on first down, deflected.
dude.
Just a little preview of the videos that I have in the full video. I think the full video is like 20 minutes long. So
If you have not, if you have not subscribed to Bearski Films yet, please do. It is my go-to. It's the only one that I watch for Bears clips. Literally, they are the best. You're up there with Just Bombs Productions, bro.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate
He's like
that.
global. You're Bears.
Listen, I take multiple different approaches. I can be a very business-oriented person. I've always liked entrepreneurship, and I've just always failed at it. And it's kind of funny because David and I started this thing just out of pure love for the Bears. Dude, I got COVID. I locked myself in a room. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm starting the channel," right? And it's wound up growing and growing and growing and growing and growing just naturally. But like, if I did want to take a business approach, dude, like we're talking about, there's a lot of viewership right now because the Bears are doing good, because the content is there and everybody's watching it. But every week in the NFL, there's fans of teams that are doing good. If I wanted to, dude, I would start an NFL channel, do these types of videos for every team, and I could sit there and just make every week a good week. But man, I just love my Bears, dude. I could not imagine sitting there like making a video for the Packers or something like that. No.
Well said, X Thunder. Bearski, we got Sriram just popped in. I want to bring him in, man. No, I don't want him to sit any longer. It's we have a lot to celebrate right now, and it is just what a week, what a game. I cannot wait for the next. What's up, my man, Sri?
Hello, sir. Hello, Bearski. Make sure I'm saying your name right. Nice to meet you.
Yes. I got to make sure I'm saying your name right.
It's Shri. Just call him Shri.
Shri. Okay, Shri's easy now. Shri, I'm Ski. There you go.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure.
Done.
So whatever I caught right when I jumped on backstage was some of those amazing video I just saw back while I was waiting. That was you.
Oh yeah. If you have not checked out the channel, dude, Bearski Film on YouTube. So listen, here's the story. Ski because I'm Polish, right? So my last name's Wakalinski. The skis are left and right in Poland, so it's Bearski. But if you type in Bearski in the YouTube, you get like some Russian dude wrestling bears. So I had to add film to the end of it, so it's Bearski Film. So you know what I mean. So you don't get the Russian guy, you get me. So
wonderful. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I liked what I saw. So great work, man.
Hey, the opener and closer that we have, I called Bearski. I was like, dude, would it be okay if I use like some of your clips, because I know that he doesn't have any copyright issues with them, and I don't want to just sit here and spend hours and hours and hours trying to make some clips for the opener and closer. And he's like, absolutely. So he sends me them, and I'm like, you can see his watermark, Bearski Films, and he's like, you shouldn't have that in there. I'm gonna send you another one without it. I'm like, no, fuck you. That's my appreciation and my homage to you.
But I told him, but it looks better without it, though.
I don't think it does.
There's too. I disagree. Fuck it.
There's honor, respect, and credit, and you deserve it for the effort you put in. I know that I should never ever be given control of editing anything, let alone even like a pixel. So when somebody has the skill to do it, they deserve to be praised for it, man. So
I agree.
For sure.
I actually changed the closer to say a special thank you to Bearski Films.
Well, I've always felt like if somebody asks me for a favor and I'm going to do a favor for somebody, it comes with zero expectations in return, right? So like, you want an opener, I'm going to make you an opener, not because I want my little logo there. It's for
sure.
you. So, it's going to be without it. And, I'm because of that in return, I'm lucky enough to, spend a couple hours talking to Shorty at like 2 a.m, keeping him up while his wife's probably upset.
No,
she's probably like, oh, Bearski again, this guy, great.
Talked to like 2 o'clock in the morning last night.
Those 2 hours are probably like the best 2 hours of like an entire week, man. Generally speaking, they're awesome.
Great conversation, because he's always been like the glasses half full guy, and I love talking to him now that the glasses it's half full.
You said that the wrong way, yeah. I'm glass half empty. I mean, it's still
the glass half empty.
Oh, so you would classify yourself as a pragmatist and realist? Is that fair to say?
Well, so for example, I walked into work after the first Packers game, right? And I worked with a Packers fan, and she was like, "Oh man, that was a really good game." I was like, "No, it wasn't." And she's like, "But you guys made us sweat a little bit." And I was like, "Okay." Like, good for fucking you. We're like, still over the last 20 years, like, you know what kind of heartbreak I've had from fucking Aaron Rodgers? Like,
You want that to
I
be a
thought we
blowout.
fucking broke his leg and he still beat us. Like, I have nightmares about 2018.
Yeah.
Like, good game. I was like 36 pass yards and I had, that's not a good game to me. We had a good ending that would, like, I can live and die with that last play because it's a second-year quarterback. But like that entire first half, that's the shit that like drives me nuts. That you gotta make your layups. And then after this last Packers game, she comes into work and she's like, "Man, that was a good game." I was like, "Not fucking really." Like, dude, he almost got outplayed by Malik Willis. Like, you know the shit we had to do to be able to have those amazing throws. Listen, there's something huge to coming through in the clutch, right? And that is something that, like, when you know your quarterback has that, it's amazing. But what? There's been like 6 games where we've trailed under 2 minutes and we've came back and won them, which is great. But like, if you could limit that by playing better throughout the other 3 quarters, by making the, you know what I mean?
You're talking.
There's other plays out there to be made that won't
100%
force you to resort to those moments. And then when you do resort to those moments, it'll be because you're overcoming the deficiencies of the defense or the deficiencies of the special team, and you're still the hero because you can do it, not the deficiencies of yourself. Like, that's where I want to clean up
about
next.
a first-year head coach and a second-year quarterback learning a new offense.
Yeah, I know.
And here you sit, glass half full. I mean, that's impressive.
Shorty, I told you, I predicted 6 wins. Like, my expectations have been met, surpassed, and more. But there's still, I mean, it's never perfect. Like, when we get into the playoffs, you said this, Shorty, you're like, we're afraid of the Packers. I don't want to face the Packers. If we got swept by them, if we lost both games, I would be right there with you. I would not want that third matchup. But because we split, even in the manner that we did, I'm looking forward to it. I want it. Win or lose, I don't even really care. Even if we lose, then I think we just come back next year, Thursday. If we win, we prove a point. Like, to me, it's just, like I said, this team's already done way better than they were supposed to. Dude, they need playoff experience. And it's starting to shift. The fear of losing to the Packers is turning into the opportunity of stomping on them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we got to get our mindset.
It will happen soon. Shri, what did you think about this game, man? Like, talk us through like your emotions in that game, because as you know, I've already said to start the show, I walked out to the garage and started just nervously cleaning it with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and I had to come back when the game was over. To like, how did you feel watching it live, up and down? Did you like, they had a 98.8% chance to win that game and they lost it? And I just want to hear your thoughts.
Yes, thank you. Before I do have a question for you, Bears or Polsky, because you brought up the ending to the first Packers game. I have a question to ask both of you, I guess, before I go on. Do you think if that same play wasn't run to beat Philadelphia, do you think the Packers would have still been as prepared to not jump the route, but be in good position if that was actually the first time they actually ran that bootleg and him seeing Cole leak out to the end zone? Do you think the outcome may have been different? Or do you think it was just a bad pass period and it wouldn't have mattered had they never even run that play against Philly?
No, I think the play is fine. In fact, I think you want to put certain plays out there, just knowing you put them out there and knowing that other teams study it and this and that, and like, you want to use that to your advantage in a way, dude. There were ways that play works. One, you throw the ball a little earlier to Komet because he was open. 2, you hold on to it for another split second, pop it up to DJ because he was open. But no, I mean, you hesitated a little bit. It's the rookie thing. Like, he did hesitate that a little bit. It just, the timing wasn't there. The execution was off. I don't think it was a problem with the play. I really don't, because there's multiple options on that play.
Yeah, definitely. I love the play call itself.
Yeah.
I love the play call itself. My question was more, do you think the Packers had scouted it well, or?
I do think they did, because the guy that went and intercepted it actually pulled off a DJ, right? So like
Nixon, yes.
Yeah, so that's got to be due to a little bit of film study right there. And sure, but I mean, dude, my thing is like for years, if we were in 3rd and 4 against the Packers with Rodgers, they're running a slant.
Right.
And then they line up and fucking hit the slant, right? So it's like it matters to an extent, but the execution is what matters most.
Good point. I didn't think about it that way. Good point. I guess this is all new to us that we're actually doing something that creatively works on offense with some consistency. So this is actually a very new adventure, man. Normally when over the past X number of years in general, when we discuss running the ball, us, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, this has always been my feeling. Great. So we can count on 2 or 3 yards per carry, and it'll always be 3rd and 6, and it'll be a crapshoot whether our genius offensive coordinators call a wide receiver screen or a jet sweep to the slowest receiver that we have, something like that. This is what's different about this year is whatever we think has happened historically since 2015, or maybe let's just use that as an arbitrary year. Opposite things are happening this year with our offensive play calling that has not happened. So whatever I thought is no longer the case. So it's a very new thing to process. We can say we actually look like a big boy offense,
100%.
and it's very pleasing. We'll say.
Can I tell you my response to your question? I literally had a dream last night that I was Caleb Williams in that play. And it was against the Packers when they intercepted it. He threw the ball to Cole Kmet, and in my dream, I remember I threw the ball to the sideline of the end zone.
You mean the back pylon? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like where it should have been, right? Like where he would have led him to catch it, and it would have been open still. It would have been a touchdown. We would have won the game. And I literally was dreaming that I was Caleb. And I threw that ball, and I remember it so well because in the dream I was like, "Holy shit, my arm is strong!" I like went, ding, and the ball came out right to the sideline of the end. It just led Cole Kmet to it, caught it, and we won the game. And I woke up and I was just like, "Wow, why did I have that dream? That was weird."
That is funny.
I often have weird dreams. Like maybe that was the maybe that dream was showing me the future when they do play them again in the playoffs, which is it's almost more than likely than not.
Are you looking forward to the rubber match, or are you dreading it? How do you feel?
I'm not, but now that I'm saying this in real time, maybe that dream was preparing me for a win, saying don't go out to the garage. Just watch it happen in real time, because this is where it ends. This is where we take the North and never give it back. Fuck Green Bay.
If it happens, I would love for it to be at Soldier Field. That would be if we thought this last Sunday was the highest drama possible, that with a healthy team would be just an amazing thing to watch. And it would exorcise so many demons. It would exorcise, no doubt, 2010. When Todd Collins had to grace us with his presence for a while before Lovey said, all right, no, this is not happening. I can't have backwards passes for a whole game. And then we were momentarily touched by competence with Caleb Haney until it all fell apart. Even that would be exercised if you asked me. And I would love it and I would welcome it. Even if it somehow worst case scenarios all played out. And so actually, can a worst case scenario play out where we would still potentially play the Packers at Lambeau in the playoffs? Is there a scenario that exists?
No.
Okay.
No, that's not going to happen.
No matter what, it's Soldier Field then.
It's at Soldier Field. Yes.
Okay. I will take that.
Listen, we're at Soldier Field until we play the first seed at this point. Like we wouldn't. Well, we have to. We're getting a little.
We haven't clinched.
We have to win the next 2 games.
Yeah, we haven't clinched home yet. So there are scenarios where you face other teams away, but not
right for sure. Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. And so real quick, I just wanted to address Brian in chat because he said, "Damn, you drink Ice House." Yes, Ice House is my preferred beer of choice. I didn't even know they had Ice House. I actually don't really like much other beer. Cheap and strong, man. That's what I grew up on, and he said something else. Oh yeah, Cole Kmet, Bear's secret weapon. Bear's secret weapon. Actually, we saw it last game. Jadehi Walker. Jadehi Walker, guys,
I can't argue that.
was the guy that caught that game winner for Tyson Bagent in the preseason game.
Right.
And he came through at that moment. And in years past, we keep Tyler Scott and cut that guy.
Yes.
This year, we keep that guy and cut Tyler Scott.
100%.
And then when you need him for one play, because he has not caught one pass all season, he's there to catch a touchdown for you on 4th and 4, just like he did in preseason. Good job, coaching staff. Sorry.
I mean,
Go ahead, Tree. My bad.
Do you both agree with me that performance alone, just those 2 goddamn catches alone, earned him WR4 status for the rest of the season in playoffs? WR4. This is assuming Luther and Rome are back.
He still holds that, but what I'm saying is, dude, it's not like he's Brian mentioned Cole Kmet's a weapon. Cole Kmet's been underused a little bit this year too, sure, but we know what he can do. We know he can,
right?
You know what I mean? And so Jadehi Walker's not a bad guy to have as 5 or 6, or dude, it's such a rotational position. Like, you're going to lean on those guys. There was a year where Josh Allen threw 4 touchdowns to his wide receiver 4 in a playoffs game.
Yep.
And so that's what I was saying. Like you said, even if worst case scenario plays out, like for me, this is already beyond what I thought was going to be best case scenario.
Oh yeah, beyond my dreams.
Like I thought maybe playoffs, but like to clinch playoffs 2 weeks out is way better than I thought that they could ever possibly achieve. So, I don't think worst case scenario hurts at this point that much because you're already taking those steps forward. But I kind of forgot where the fuck I was going with that.
It was about Jadehi Walker and WR4 that I was proposing. Would we agree? And that's only because I have no problem with Ozzy. He's actually been decent the past few weeks, but he had a drop that he should not have had this past game that really bothered me. I don't know why it did it. I don't know if you remember. It was middle of the field, like a post route, something like that, or a dig. And there was nobody around him. Literally bounced off his hands, a perfectly thrown ball. And that I don't see Jadehi Walker. I have not seen him in the preseason or these obviously 2 catches he had here. I don't recall him dropping anything thrown to him from whatever limited snaps he's gotten.
No, right. Okay, that's where I was going with this. So, like I said, Josh Allen had 4 touchdowns to his wide receiver 4 1 year. And so when you look at this playoff picture, and I was telling this to Shorty yesterday, like, because the Chiefs did what they did this year, now, grant you, they've had so much success, right? What is it, 7 AFC championships in a row? Like, okay, you had a bad season. Patrick Mahomes gets hurt. Like, it's fine. Nobody there cares. They've won so much. You're entitled to have a bad year here and there, but there's a lot of fucking thirsty AFC teams. Josh Allen deserves a ring. You know what I mean? He really deserves a ring. And dude, if you get to the Super Bowl, a guy like Jadehi Walker, I mean, I've seen the Patriots do it before, where this
it's actually pronounced. Just to correct you, it's pronounced Jade.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Polish fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude, we try and pronounce every fucking letter. We don't do the silent, crazy bullshit.
Jade.
Jade, which should just be Jade.
It's Jade. Jah.
Then why is the H there?
Ja, because it makes it Ja.
Oh, Ja. Okay, Ja. All right.
Are you thinking of Willis McGahee? Are you thinking of Willis McGahee? Is that what made you pronounce it like that?
No, I think so. Probably. I mean, okay.
Philip Palmisano. Fuck Green Bay.
Like Rooster and Roosevelt drives me absolutely fucking nuts. I don't even want to get into it, guys. I don't want to get into the language thing because, Sri, do you speak another language or no?
I do. I was born in India, came here when I was like 4 years old. We speak a language called Tamil. That's spelled Tamil. That's one of the 60 million official languages in India.
Wait.
You're right.
Where in India? North or south?
Extremely diverse too, right?
Yes. South India, my friend.
Okay. My company is Indian owned, and I work with a lot of Indian people, and I would love to learn the language so I can hear what you're saying.
What is the language base? Do you know like what its root base is?
I
Wrong?
want to say Sanskrit. I am not
Okay,
100%.
Let me just have you say, you need to take this traveler downstairs and hand it to John.
Oh God, will you give me a
What is
week? I'll get
traveler?
back to you and say it.
What's a traveler?
It's none of your business.
I was about to say it in Polish for you, but okay.
No, okay. A traveler is it's just a piece of paper that travels with the product as it goes from
Like
room to room,
okay.
department to
So
department.
what was the sentence? Ty musisz wziąć papier i wziąć i
Take
podać na dół?
take this traveler and bring it downstairs and hand it to John.
Weź ten papier i przynieś na dół i daj to Januszowi.
I love it. I love hearing when people just their native
Yeah, right.
tongue is awesome. Well, by the way, we've got a $10 super chat from Jim Williams 56. I don't know if I've ever seen you in chat before, Jim. I apologize because for the 100 millionth time, YouTube changed everyone's names. Their handles are no longer the same. Like, for example, right here, TJ Wu Whit used to be Torian Whitfield, but now it's we only know it because of the picture. So I would never have known that was Torian without the picture. So let's see what your picture is. Don't recognize that, Jim. Thank you for your first time viewer of this show. I really appreciate and thank you for your super chat. It means a lot when people give their hard-earned money to someone like us who's, I mean, quite frankly, we are busting our ass to give you content every single Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, even on Christmas. It means a lot to have new viewers in here and to have people to help donate to the channel to help keep the lights on here, because it's not, I'll be honest, it's not cheap, dude. It's not cheap. Not for Bearski's cheap. I'm not. I want bigger production. This guy makes bigger production because he's so fucking cheap. He finds all the right ways to do it, and I'm too lazy to do that. So I need the money for it. So
It's funny.
Thank you.
You mentioned John A. Walker, those three, because I've seen the Patriots take guys like that and in one playoff game or in a Super Bowl, just utilize the hell out of them.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because you kind
Is
of
that a Brady thing or a Belichick thing to you? What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's more. I love what the Patriots did is because they schemed week to week based off of the defense's weaknesses, right? So it's not like, hey, this is our offense, this is what we're running. It's no, this is who we're facing. What type of offense should we formulate that would best attack this?
Right.
We're kind of, we're good average at everything. So whatever, as long as we find the right path, we'll attack the weakness. And so, that's why you wind up with games like that in the playoffs, because you want to try and take the best chance possible and, make the best choices possible. But I don't know, man. I don't know where this year is going to go for the Bears. It could go anywhere, but I'm super happy with what's ahead of us. The one thing that is most important to me, and it's the hardest thing to tell when you're drafting a guy, right? Because speaking of Brady, we've seen the best quarterback out there not get drafted first overall. You almost didn't get drafted at all, right? Because we draft based off measurables, things you can count, things you can put a number on. This guy's this tall, this guy's this, he's got this record, he's got these many yards and blah, blah, blah. You can't put, a number on leadership, on locker room presence, on work ethic, on, on ability to process. And you can't put a number on how much you'll grow. And that's the most important one. I don't want a guy that's reached his peak in college. I want a guy that's able to grow. And so for the one thing that stands out to me with Caleb, last year, 68 sacks. Coming into this year, we were doing predictions and we got to the sack number. I think I blurted out 40. And I'm just like, oh my God, that's still way too fucking much. It'd be a drastic improvement though. And they have crushed that number.
Yep.
Which is awesome, because it shows me that he's got the ability to improve and keep getting better. And so Caleb's not where I want him to be necessarily. The consistency, the layups aren't there, but the important things are the clutch. I knew he was clutch based off the shit he did last year. We just didn't follow it up with wins. I saw it in Washington. I saw it against the Packers. I saw it in multiple different scenarios, right? It just didn't follow through team-wise.
We would have seen it against the Lions last year if not for the timeout fiasco.
Exactly. There's multiple examples, right?
Right.
I mean, we took the Vikings last year to overtime. Remember that? Like we
Sure.
fell back in that one too. And so a lot, but like this year that's continued. The team's improved. The coaching's improved. Caleb is still improving. And like I'm excited, man, because I think this kid can take that next step, that next leap. And when he does, it's like a whole nother level. It's like, okay. I mean, I don't know how else to put this. Like you could play pool, you could be good at pool, then you could like plan a shot ahead at pool, but you're not like these guys that fucking know exactly how to spin the ball that'll like run the table on you in 2-3 shots that are professionals. You know what I mean? You get to that like level where, you know, where some of these guys are at, and Caleb's looking like he's definitely able to reach that goal. And so, yeah, I'm excited to see that growth, man. I really
Sure. Shorty, I know you had asked me the original question, which I never answered, about the game last Sunday and what I thought of everything, if I may. So I don't know what you all thought, but the first, well, three and a half quarters did not seem like it was a very bizarre game. One, because both teams employed, we can call it almost a bend but don't break type of defense. The Packers employed it better because we couldn't even get field goals. One of them, the game itself changed philosophically after the first two drives. Both teams failed in their own unique ways. Jordan Love audibled to a goal line out pattern that he didn't throw accurately. And then I still wonder, would this game have gone with the same mechanisms and flow if Dahlman did not snap that ball 3 feet over Kyle Monungai's head? I wonder about that, man. It's very interesting if you think about it. What could have happened? Because we were at the 4-yard line. We were not like, it wasn't a first and hopeful that we might get something. It was like 3rd and goal. It wasn't even 4th down. It was like 3rd and goal, I think. Wasn't it? Or was it 4th? It might have been 4th.
I think it was 4th, but
yeah,
it was 4th because we turned the ball over after that.
That's right.
I know you directed this at you.
Oh, correct.
And it's your birthday and everything, but let me just real quick. So like, that's a shitty play call.
Yeah.
Right. It's shitty. It's
well, I don't know if it was a shitty execution, right?
Shorty.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Doug Kramer on the 1-yard line against Washington. Like you've proven to kind of be a physical powerhouse team. Like play checkers, just fucking run the ball. And if you don't get it that way, I could live with that more. Right. And I think Ben Johnson even said, I kind of regret that play call, which is fine because he's done so much right to get us to this point where it's like you're allowed a mistake.
He's earned grace, no doubt.
Fine. Okay, sure. It was a shitty play call. You probably recognize you could have made a better play call. It was absolutely atrocious execution of a bad play call.
I'm so glad that you brought that play up. Sorry, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You can get going though, so I just never know when I can.
Oh yeah, no, I'll just talk over you. Even on your birthday, I feel bad because it is your birthday. And I'm like, you shouldn't be an asshole.
Yeah, it's
just naturally me. Sorry, sure.
Just kidding, bro. Listen, there's a lot of people watching around. There's a lot of new people, and I don't know if it's because of Facebook, but I want to just say thank you all, everyone who is new to this channel. We really appreciate you hanging out with us tonight on Christmas night, man. It means a lot. I thought there would be like 10 people watching tonight, but you guys are killing it. And thank you guys. You're blowing up chat. We love you and appreciate you. And everyone that's been here the whole time knows I've said this for the 120 millionth time. You are the reason we do this. So thank you.
Personally, I just say take the fucking 3 points, but okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So you weren't done. Now you're finished. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you brought up that play because when Cole got under center, I almost think that the reason why I could say it was a bad play is because I just think that when you have someone that's short that you're snapping the ball to, it's just a little bit difficult for the center to get that right. Like they would have to be practicing long snaps to him constantly for Dahlman to get that correct, right? But I almost think that if you could have just put Caleb back there, and it wouldn't have mattered
True.
because they still would have thought like, what did you all think? I thought that they were going with a Cole Kmet quarterback sneak, right?
100% same. Yes.
So what sucks is that the play failed. So we will never know. It's going to take a long time before we know what that play was, because if the play would have worked, how many different directions can they go with that? Either Kyle Monangai is going to throw the ball or he's going to run the ball, right?
Right.
It seemed like he was back too far to run the ball, considering maybe he would have thrown the ball. Let's just pick one of the two. I'm going to say he threw the ball. Okay. So now the play worked. It was a touchdown. In the future, you set up that play, and now it's direct snap to Kmet, and he sneaks it for a touchdown, or it's a running play by Monangai. The fact that it failed, Bearski, I'll let you go in a second, is that we will never. It'll take so long before that play is run. If the play worked, he could run it next week, and do something, and do one of the other options he had out of it. That's what I love about Ben, is he's setting up plays for the future, and when they work, then there's something else out of it that's going to fucking throw them all off. And now it's this play, and you thought it was that, and because it failed, I don't think that'll come out of the box for a long time, and we'll never know what it was.
Sri said earlier with the play against the Eagles and the Packers. So, two things, real quick. Did you know Cole Kmet was a quarterback? I believe.
Yes.
High school. Okay.
I know he was a pitcher.
So like honestly, if we get down to like QB4, like say Caleb Tyson Keenum goes out,
right?
Met's probably the guy you're putting in there. So
that's right.
So
one day it could have been
Kmet sneak, Kmet sneak. You already don't know. Like other teams study more than we do. They know some little things and this and that. So like, hey, I get the idea. And you are setting up the unknown, and you're forcing other teams to sit there and study and do this and spend time on this. But at least no fake Bajan play. But what I'm saying is, you're setting these things up, but you do have to execute them in order to be able to use them again, right? So because that failed, we will never know. Yes,
love you, Mikey. Thanks for joining us tonight. One of our members. Love you. Have a great night, man. Merry Christmas to you. I have to work tomorrow myself too. So
do you? I'm off.
I did.
So
I could have taken.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I didn't want to. I get to catch up on work tomorrow because I'm not. Everyone else is fucking off, and I'm in my own world, and I can just get stuff done.
Sorry, my friend. You don't get to be a lone wolf tomorrow. Not just you.
Sri, I kind of want your opinion on this because I come from a very conservative mindset where 3 points is worth a lot to me.
I hear you.
And I go back to the opening drive against Baltimore, which was very nicely done, but it came down to a fourth down.
Good night, Notorious.
That we converted after 7 or 8 plays. It came down to a fourth down. We converted it, and then we got to the goal line and wound up kicking a field goal anyway. But I felt like if we just didn't convert it, all that for nothing. I hate that feeling. So for me, that 3 points is worth it. And so because of that, I know who Ben Johnson is. And I'm ready for him to go on it on fourth down way more than I want to, right? Personally, way more than I ideally would like my team to do it. So I get the style, I get the approach, I get why he's doing it and all that. But okay, then when you come into situations where you have the option to punt it and pin them deep, but you go on it on fourth down, I understand. But when you're in situations where you're chip shot field goal away, that I don't know. I can't get over those. How do you feel about that? Do you just not mind all the fourth downs? Do you feel like you just got to go all in on it with them, or could they be a little more conservative sometimes?
Great point. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Let me expound on that, and I'll let you go. I if it was just a handoff up the middle, then I probably would have been a little more upset about it. The fact that
that's what I mean. So if you are going to go for it, then at least go for it conservatively. Still, you go for it and get cute. But
no, I like the cute because if that play would have worked, it was a play for the future. Like I just said, and there could be any one of number of plays. Kmet could throw the ball; it could go right through his hands. He could take it and sneak it. It could go right to Manangai. He could run it. And that play, to me, what's like I said before, it's sad that it didn't work because now it'll take so long before we see that again that I think that if it would have worked, it could have been something in the wheelhouse, and there's 5 different plays out of it, and it would have just messed them all up. Go ahead, Shree.
Okay, no. To just expand on that though, Shorty, whether it works, whether it doesn't work, you come across that same exact situation again. Do you do another cute? I say cute, but we all know what we mean. Non-typical, fake the defense type of play in that situation again. Regardless whether the last one works or not. Like a different one. Yeah. You said you have 5 in your wheelhouse. Okay, so you try the 5th one. Like, do you try one of the other 4? I'm sorry, 3. I want your answer on this too, and then I want to say something else afterwards too, because I'm curious. I'm going somewhere with this, but Shorty, do you still do that same action in that moment?
Against the Packers, yes.
No, against like any team though.
No, I wouldn't pull that play out again for if you were playing
not that specific play. Do you still go for it in that situation?
Go for it on 4th down.
And in that situation, that close again.
If the situation also is, let me ask you this: do you include in your question that we are at home and not in Lambeau in the same?
Oh, no.
Or in San Francisco or whatever. That's a good question, Paul. I don't know.
And I'll actually answer why.
Sometimes I want the kick. Sometimes I want the chip shot field goal, like you said. And in a game like that, I was kind of shocked that they weren't going for it, but I was like pumped up, dropping my nuts on the coffee table too. I was like, nah, we're gonna fucking win this game. We're gonna fucking win this game. Like, let's go for the jugular. I like the attitude of going for the jugular.
So that's what makes this past game very, very interesting in a bipolar way, because after Jade Walker's touchdown, we didn't go for 2 also. That would have ended the game right there. That's the other very interesting thing to think about, because he ended up not being wrong, obviously. So there's not too much to second guess here. Even there's not too much to second guess. The reason I brought up that play in the first quarter in the first place.
I love that you say that.
The reason I brought the first quarter play up in the first place was I was more fascinated by how the rest of the game unfolded after both teams missed their chance in the short red zone to actually get 7 points. And what I so love wondering what the hell would have happened in this game if either team actually was up 7-0, whether it was us or them first. And they're very interesting. Maybe Jordan Love never gets caught up in the pass rush that same way he did in that few drives later. And maybe he plays the whole game. Maybe Caleb and our receiving core heat up in the first half instead, or maybe our running game starts running roughshod in the first half. Very interesting. But the universe did not intend for any of that to happen. Game flow did not intend for that. I think here is what I noticed after both teams failed. I don't want to say the Packers got necessarily conservative by design. I think they got conservative because they had no choice with Malik Willis coming into the game. However, I did notice a few things I'm going to, I guess, mention here. One was after Josh Jacobs went out of the game, we started getting gashed by their running back. His name is escaping me now.
Number 23.
Can I just finish up on that play?
Please do. Please do.
Because I just wanted to kind of just finalize it with this. You said there was no second guessing. And so I just want to take you guys back to last year where the Lions went on it on 4th down at the end of a game, like 3 times.
Right.
And incomplete all 3. It was like incomplete on a flag, try again, incomplete on a flag, try again. And you're just sitting there like, dude, just kick it and go into overtime. But no, they go out there to try the 2 points again. Why? As much as conservative as I am, it's the boring approach. That's the opposite end of things. And you have to do that because at least everybody's on the same page. At least everybody in that damn uniform knows no matter what you're going for it. And it didn't matter because they had clinched the playoffs at that point. Right. So like for us too, like we're in a good spot. Like we still needed this win. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like you have to go for it. You have to sit there and do that and go for it because the execution failed and not the play call itself. And so like I said, I don't like it, but everybody I think on that offense knew in that moment that they're going for it. So, which is why I didn't even consider whether it was home or away, because I don't even think you need the play call to come in. The crowd could be roaring. I think everybody knows what's going on. And I think that's the plan. So I love that you brought that up too, because that was one of my things. It was like, no. I think the whole point of that is just to be on the same page. Like, you guys know the 3 or 4 plays that we practice for that moment. The play call's easy. Let's go out there and just do it, So
What if we, this is a proposal I'm
sorry, you
making.
were
You tell
talking
me what
about
you
Josh
think.
Jacobs, but okay, I'm sorry, my bad. I could
No,
do
no,
that.
I'm going to still go to your point here. What if we who bleed orange and blue have just been so conditioned to 4th and 1, always meaning it's either a field goal, a punt, or Bronco Nagurski I formation and try to get that 1 yard with our running back or fullback. And this is very unknown, dark territory for us. And this is the first time we're witnessing it, because we don't get the luxury of watching all the other teams' games, especially the AFC, or for that matter, even the Lions and their devil may care attitude and philosophy in general on offense. Even now, even after Ben Johnson left, what if it's partially is that makes us really wonder what the hell is going on here? Number one. Number two.
So number one, I try real quick answer. I try and be such a realist. I get called a hater for the last 3 years. Dude, I was a Justin Fields hater, Caleb Williams dick sucker, Caleb Williams hater. I try and just be a realist and try and be very aware of my bias. And I consider myself a big NFL fan. I do bleed blue and orange, but I don't compare things to what the past for the Bears is, because that's a low bar. I try and focus on the bigger picture. But okay, so I hope, I know I am biased, but I hope that doesn't affect me as much. So,
and I actually don't even care if you're biased. I'm more interested to know why you think what you think. So thanks for even sharing that. My question was just more of wondering what you guys think. Number one. The second part is the potential benefit I see to even running a failed play like that, or running the failed pass to Cole in the first Packers game, as you guys brought up, in terms of the failure aspect of it. Are we doing something this year to defenses that a Bears offense has not done to other defenses in years, is put a slight bit of fear of the unknown into defenses that we need to be ready for a lot more than just 4th and 1. The Bears are predictable. 4th and 1, the Bears don't have a quarterback. So if we make whoever's under center actually go and play quarterback, we will shut them down. Is there something to be said for the Packers? Let's say if we face them in the playoffs, they now, as Shorty alluded to, know that, okay, 4th down doesn't mean anything. These people are also renegades, and they might do some crazy shit, and they've actually shown it to work in cases as well throughout the season, and they are not afraid. In turn, that would make a defense have a fear that I don't know that has existed towards a Bears offense in when was the last time? When was the last time a Bears offense was actually feared by a defense with uncertainty?
Exactly right. And somebody here says, Tony Moy says, it's like watching Madden with BJ, because the league has changed. It's evolved. It's you're seeing our generation when we played Madden, when we were 18, 20 years old, 15 years old, we always wanted to if we won the coin toss in the game of Madden, we wanted the ball, we wanted to defer it so that if we score to end the half and then we score to begin the second half, then we have 2 in a row, and it's like we had a takeaway and we scored twice.
Yes, sir.
And for whatever reason, all the way up until I don't even know what 5-8 years ago or so, that was the case. That it was the opposite, I should say. Like whoever won the coin toss would kick it, because they wanted to put their defense out there first, stop them, and then be the first to score.
Yep.
Like if you're the first to score, Well, if we're the last to score of the half and the first to score of the half, and that's all that we had scores to get combined, it'd be
That's right.
it'd either be 9-3 or 14 to, or I should say 6-3 or 14-7. So I think that you're seeing with the fourth down calls, someone that is so confident in their team, like Ben is, to go, hey, if we pin him at the 4-yard line, then obviously it didn't happen because the ball was pitched way over one guy's head and it landed near the 20. But if they stop us, then they've got a long way to go, and we're going to put our defense out there. We're going to stop them, and hell, a safety could happen from that at that point. It's when you have someone backed up that deep in their against their own goal line, whether it's a punt or a kick or a missed fourth down conversion, that the psyche of the other team, the momentum is still in your favor.
Yep. And I think LaFleur probably thought the same thing when they went for it on 4th and goal as well. That's my suspicion here, that he probably thought the same thing.
It's why my conservative approach is old and behind the 8 ball, and it's why these teams are doing what they're doing, and they're going on 4th down because the risk to get the 7 is worth so much more than stacking 3s. I mean, it just is. We saw the Packers stack 3s in this game. Right? 3, 6, 9. Yep. And then so when you can do that to a team, it's very advantageous in this league. And so like the Bears, one of the things they focus on, it's like the Chiefs do, is big plays. And so like field position matters, dude. I hate red zone. I can't stand watching red zone. I go to games, like I love the roller coaster ride that the game takes me on.
Right.
But it's not as crazy impactful as it once used to be, right? So like that field position actually matters less now than it did 15 years ago, than it did 20 years ago. Because these teams are getting chunk plays, right? So even if you're backed up in this and that, whatever, if you kick it, if they still wind up with a field goal from that, and then you kind of go back to square one, like it's a weird approach, but it is the current approach that everybody's taking on offense, and it's very popular and smart and mathematically right to be aggressive in a lot of situations in this league, and it's a lot of do or die moments because you're not really you're going for the now. You're going for the kill. Like any given year, any given Sunday, like I predicted this team at 6 wins. Our window for a fucking Super Bowl victory is now open. You know what I mean? So that's why you take those gambles and play this way, because when that happens, it's all worth it. It's all worth it for that window, and anything can happen. But I don't know. I find it interesting, and it's just weird. But then, like, why draft a punter in the 4th round? I don't fucking know.
Right.
It makes no sense to me. Like, it bothers me.
I will say this though, real quickly. What makes what Ben Johnson has done this year so fascinating is that we are in an era, as we know, of high-powered offenses. Yes, there is a Myles Garrett sighting, and he gets to show how dominant he is. But the days of the 2001 Ravens, for example, that's not there today. That where defense actually won the entire damn Super Bowl, and you could actually have Trent Dilfer as your quarterback, as your Super Bowl winning quarterback. It's absolutely changed. I agree with you. What makes Ben Johnson fascinating is he is not trying to make the Bears into the model that the Kansas City Chiefs have followed. He is still trying to make the Bears a team that has the running game, allow the passing game to actually blossom. And that is very interesting, because that's, if we talk about explosive play theory, that's probably
offense is my favorite kind of offense personally. That's my ideal. But like, I think what the Eagles have shown, and like just overall the balance, what the Patriots shown for 2 decades, balance wins more often than not overall. It's what we saw with the Eagles. And I think that's what they're aiming for. And I think that's what
I think Ben Johnson's taking the balance.
They still want this. They want balance. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I was just going to say the Patriots are an interesting example, because do they have mean, they had Corey Dillon, but who else was a Hall of Fame running back who set the league on fire while Brady was running the show? Did they really have game breaking running backs like we actually do? I don't know.
Lawrence,
Maybe, and I'm just dropping you right now, but
no. What their thing was though is they were so situationally focused because it's like on one Sunday night, their third string running back would get 4 touchdowns. Why? Because he's a big motherfucker, and the interior of this defense sucks.
yeah,
Right. So he's gonna have the best shot at getting through because they scheme towards the defense weaknesses. Guys, I wanted to ask you this real quick too before it gets lost in my head. Like, what is the difference between converting a third down in the first 2 minutes of a game and the last 2 minutes of the game?
aside from the obvious,
What is the obvious?
that you're probably going to have like 6 more chances throughout the game to convert critical third downs.
That's exactly it. It's the amount of time that the opposition has to overcome you converting that third down, right? So, like, that never shows up on a stat sheet, right? Like, if you take Caleb Williams' stats right now and Mitchell Trubisky's stats from 2018, they look very similar.
Right.
Yet they are very different.
Yeah, there's no without any context, they're similar.
Which is why you start with the eye test. The eye test shows you that, like, no, this kid can get it done when getting it done is the hardest, you know? So, yeah. Oh, dude, I love that. No. Shorty, put that back. Put that back on. Because I always say this, too. We never credit them when it's going good. We only sit there and talk about cutting up bodies and sawdust and organs and shit when it's going bad, Shorty.
Let me read this.
I love it. This is another thing. Like, I don't blame fucking. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Arlie says this might be a popular opinion, or might not be a popular opinion, but I give credit to George as well. At least he kept trying to change until he got it right, and this is what it looks like when you get it right. And yes,
the Summer of George. That's what it was, Shorty.
The Summer of George.
Summer of George. We made an episode during the summer called it. We're like, this is the Summer of George.
I don't think you.
You
don't even know some of the
years
shit
ahead. They predicting Summer of George.
I don't know what you were breaking up, man. What'd you say?
Some of the stuff I've said on this show about Muggs Hallis and stuff. I literally got pulled from my own show and had to like reset my computer just because
he was talking some crazy things like the McCaskies dig up bodies and
no, they
didn't.
Or they hired somebody to do
Muggs Hallis. After he died of a heart attack, the Hallis family took Muggs' children and his ex-wife or his children out of the will. So they got
interesting.
So the ex-wife and the children had his body exhumed and had an autopsy done, and they found that all of his organs were replaced with sawdust.
What the hell?
And that just never happened. So
it only came up during the 5-win season, though. You know what I mean?
Like, so I was so pissed off. I had to do a show about it. I just got pulled right in the middle of it. Like nothing worked. My camera, nothing. It was so
holy crap.
I had to reset everything. I had Aldo Gandia on from the Power of Network. Luckily, he knows how to handle a crowd, so he just sat there for like 5 minutes going, I don't know where Shorty is, but
meanwhile, Caleb Williams went on Barstool, and I think one of the Barstool guys, I don't know if it was Big Cat or whoever, was like, if a Bears fan has to die, but you win a Super Bowl, do you do it? And I'm sitting here going like, I will sacrifice Virginia at the 50, like live before week 1, and then she died like 2 days later, and I was like, oh, that was bad timing, Paul.
Damn.
Like, really bad time. But guys, it looks like it was worth it.
But here's the irony, right? Like Hallis, George passed.
Come on, not even chuckle, Shorty. Come on.
I am laughing.
I saw Street smile, but you were just.
Well, no, because you make a good point. Like George passes away in '83. They win the Super Bowl 2 years later, or was it '84? Virginia passes away this year, and all the teams in the. Sadly, she's not going to see us win the Super Bowl this year, but it might just be because of her. Just saying. It's like it's weird how that works, right? When someone passes away like that, not next thing you know, the team takes a turn. Like I've always noticed, like the team, whenever a team changes their entire jersey and it's totally different, like the Buccaneers, they win the Super Bowl. The Rams, they win the Super Bowl. I'm talking about the greatest show on turf, Rams.
Right.
You know, so many teams have changed their uniform and then they win the Super Bowl. They get a new stadium and they win the Super Bowl. Not the Bears, but you know,
I am going straight to hell though. It's on Christmas that I said this.
yeah,
Jeez.
you are. You're going.
I know. Whatever. I won't. Never. You know what? Never mind. I'm not even going to say the next.
Tony Moy's saying it's the
I want.
Pope.
No. But you know, it's funny because we're having these conversations, and these were the natural conversations we were having after like the Doug Kramer fucking episode and shit like that.
Right.
Now we're sitting here, and I'm going, yeah, if they come across it again, they should do it again. Like that is the mindset flipping, though. This is what I'm saying. Like, I want to face the Packers. Like, when you get good and get to that point, like, there's a level of dominance you can achieve in this damn league. And Sri, you brought it up. Are we conditioned to think this way? And I told you I try and think not, but like, honestly, we are, because what else do I know? Like,
right.
What else have I experienced in my entire life that would condition me otherwise, right? So, like, I want that back to them. Like, we started going back and forth. You guys realize Caleb's 2-2 with the Packers, right? So, like, okay, so maybe the tide didn't just turn right away. Maybe we're getting a couple low waves before that big one finally comes through and we finally do take this thing and grab it back. But, like, it is going that way, and I'm definitely confident in that. Like, this is starting to go the right way for us. I want to make them hurt, man. I do.
I don't have the mental fortitude to handle a playoff game against the Packers. I just don't.
Why?
I'm not prepared for it yet. I'm not seasoned enough yet.
You're not prepared to lose it. But what if you win it?
I know.
Like, that's the difference, Morty.
But my brain is. I can't go 2-2, or I should say 1-1 against the Packers, or 2-2
If they
against.
swept us, I'd be with you.
In the Caleb Williams era, or 1-1 in the Ben Johnson era, and have enough confidence to say, yeah, I want to kick their ass in the playoffs. Like, no,
remember Ditka? Remember what the Redskins did to Ditka at the end of that game?
Mm-hmm.
How they took their fattest guy at the end of that game and ran the ball just to make it a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, the fridge was born.
Yes, I do. But
so like, it hurt.
It hurt. Give me another year before I'm confident enough to play the Packers a third time a season.
Yeah, like,
I'm not there yet.
I don't know, man.
I do understand where you're coming from, Shorty. I might have my own differing reasons as to why.
Let's hear 'em.
I agree with you. And this is a question I wanted to ask both of you to see what you think. We are right now a good football team who are a couple of key positions away from being sustainably great. Namely, honestly, defensive line. That is our big gap that we have succeeded despite not having a true semblance of a consistent pass rush. We're good because we are somehow, even our defensive ends are, quite frankly, like, whether it's Booker or Sweat or even Troy Inca. I don't know if you've noticed the past few weeks, those three are showing themselves to be very effective against the run in space. When running backs go outside, I will hear Booker or Trinka's or even Sweat's name more than I'm used to. Our problem, and it's the one thing to me that holds us back from having to set the record for the number of comeback wins at the end of a game. In a perfect world, we're up 20-7 very consistently by the time the second half starts, and there won't need to be comebacks where we're down 10 points with 2 minutes left or down 3 points with a minute left.
That's where I want to be. Yeah.
And if I think I said this to you separately. If we have a single player, I wish it was Dexter. I really wish it was Billings. I really wish it was who else? Anybody that we've had over the past 2-3 years that just has not been able to generate any sort of consistent push between guard, center, guard, and that we are just like praying and hoping that Sweat and Booker will just win all their one-on-one matchups and be able to go around the tackles every single time or go inside around the tackles and literally put it all in their hands. That is not a sustainable formula to actually shut down another team unless you are exceedingly opportunistic and well coached and well schemed where your defensive coordinator puts you in positions where even if you guess wrong, you are in a position to create a turnover or break up something. And Dennis Allen, give him a defensive tackle who knows what he's doing. This team can cross that line to great next year, where not only do we expect to win, not by a comeback, but we expect to win handily and start actually dominating the first half of games itself, where other teams are coming from behind every single second half.
Yeah.
When we're the ones coming from behind and being good enough to do so opportunistically.
So this was my issue, and I was very loud about it both years, right? Not a fan of it's not that I'm not a fan of Colson Loveland. Not a fan of picking tight end at that spot. It's not that I'm not a fan of Roma Dunze. Not a fan of picking wide receiver at that spot. In fact, that year, I said if Marvin Harrison Jr. dropped back to us, I'd be happier because it's a bigger trade bait situation. And so nothing against Rome. It's not that I don't like Rome, but like right now, looking at it, we're talking about this offense, and there's squeaks coming up about DJ Moore possibly being expendable. Why? Well, because on 4th and 4 in a key clutch moment, you have a guy in like Jade Walker, Jade Walker, that hasn't caught a pass all year coming through in that clutch moment. And Rome is hurt on the sideline, right? But you're still winning games. Kind of like you won when Rome was there. I've seen quarterbacks make wide receivers in this league year in, year out, right? Like you do need the talent there to an extent, but like if the quarterback is good, he will elevate the talent, which is why I'm not a fan of drafting wide receiver at that position. And in fact, if you don't, and you do take defensive end there, you do take defensive tackle there, which is what I did want. What you're saying right now is more balanced, right? And so, like, listen, I'm just a guy on a couch, and I have my opinion, and I have my ideal wants and situations. They're going to do what they think is best, and obviously, I can cry about it, not cry about it, whatever. But like, dude, I've wanted defensive end now for like 3 years.
Do we know what I'm thinking way too far ahead, but this offseason, do we know what the talent pool is like?
You got your defensive end. He took the quarterback out in this game.
But Shorty, no, but like you still need just a straight up like talent guy. Like these guys are getting there because they are coached well. But like you still need that, dude. You still need that. Like you play checkers before you play chess.
Okay,
like get that guy there.
We simply put, we need what we wished Dexter will do consistently. That's what we wish. We really hoped he would be the man.
So bad, you want like a guy like Max Crosby on this team so bad right now.
We've got Steve Rogers joining chat. We got Team Skeletor. We got John S. Merry Christmas and Merry Dansmas to you guys. It's my 51st birthday. Fuck, it sucks getting old. I want to tell
51 going on 26, my man.
Thank you. Oh, if I did another round of Just for Men in this beard, I would look.
It's not my fault you spray painted your hair white. It's not my fault.
But the only defensive end that I would have wanted in the last 10 years in the first round that I would have wasted a pick on, and you can expound on this. I mean, tell me one that's better, and tell me one that would have been worth the pick compared to a Roma Dunze or a Colson Loveland at this point in their young careers on this team, other than Myles Garrett.
Colson is yet to play out. I can't sit there and like, as much as I don't like it, and as much as I didn't like the first 4 weeks where we didn't use him, I can't judge it yet. Rome still early on, and like I get it situationally because like now DJ Moore is expendable or whatever, but don't act like there haven't been top defensive players drafted in the last 3 years, Shorty. Come on, like the year we picked.
Name
pretty
them.
sure the year we picked.
Name them.
Dude, I will look it up and I'll go through it. I'll maybe
I'll give you a name. Will Anderson.
Jalen Carter has a ring. I know he's not producing as well as this year, but don't act like what Rome has done this year is like not replaceable.
I'll give you a name, man. Will Anderson. What do you say about that? Will Anderson.
Will Anderson. But
would he be on that list that you would have gone out of your way to get?
Yeah,
he's a 3-4 outside linebacker.
Overall, though, like we didn't have a shot at him, though.
I mean, if we traded up, we could have obviously if we made some moves.
So like you would have had him instead of DJ Moore, probably then, right? Like,
or instead of Darnell, right? Instead of Darnell, right? I think we would
instead of Darnell or DJ Moore. But like, I real quick, just pause everything. I wanted to sing "Happy Birthday" to Shorty, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dan Scortino.
Shortino, Shorty. That's why I'm Shorty.
Happy birthday to you. Stolat.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's so funny you fucked that up.
That's so sweet.
Yes,
I had to let you be on the island because I already wished him last night. So sorry.
Jesus. Oh,
I can't sing, man. I can't.
I know he's gonna join in. Not let me just look like an idiot solo. But
you looked awesome. I'm not gonna let you say you looked awesome. You did awesome.
No, I mean I think it's funny. They're like, "Happy birthday, dear Dan Scortino." As
I don't really know exactly how to pronounce it.
My nickname is Shorty because of my last name, Shortino. All my friends said, "Hey, what's up, Shorty?" So it was just I didn't make my nickname. I was giving it to me.
Like you should expect me to.
Well, no, correct. Yes, and I appreciate that, man.
Pronounce every letter. Where's the A? No, I'm just kidding. I told you this in the beginning. Hey, you know what's cool?
That was very kind of you.
Of course.
Thank you, Cornelius.
You're welcome. There's 2 words that I found. I mean, I'm sure there's more, but there's 2 words that are spelled exactly the same in Polish that they are in English, but they're pronounced differently. One of them is bank, and that's bank, right? It's still B-A-N-K. The other one I found is ocean. Do you know how ocean is said in Polish, Shorty?
No.
It's spelled exactly the same.
Really? How's it pronounced?
Ocean.
Ocean.
It's still spelled O-C-E-A-N. Ocean.
That's like, it reminds me of the Hawaiian, when you go to Hawaii.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Like Puka Natua. Like they pronounce their vowels very like if you see a sign that says, Akeotin, it says
Tua Manua Lapola Novola. Tua Manua Lapola Novola. Tungavailoa.
Yeah. That's very special. Thank you.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
I love you, man.
That was nice of you to sing me happy birthday, man. That was really sweet of you. Thank you.
Yeah. So
I love you, brother, man. I appreciate you coming on with us tonight.
Yeah. I cut Sri off enough times. There you go. He's back. Okay, cool.
Sorry, I am the result of way too much water drinking all day and night.
Result of way too much ice house. Jesus.
Shorty, what are you drinking, by the way? I meant to ask you.
Bourbon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Classy.
I'm not fucking around. It's my birthday. And fuck Green Bay, Cliff. Arlie says, Shorty, happy birthday. May you live as long as you want. Never want as long as. Wait.
Shorty. Can you sing happy birthday in Indian?
Shorty,
help me out.
No, we always, even in India, we sing it in English. We sing it like how you did. Okay. I never even learned if there were. That's a great question. I'll have to ask.
The English version. You just chose not to join.
I can't sing, my man. You at least can sing. I know. I'm totally rolling with you here. I was going to ask you. I'm going to stereotype you because all of my dear Polish friends I've made throughout life, I have one amazing thing in common with them. Well, a bunch of amazing things, but one amazing thing that makes it very easy to like them is they all listen to metal as much as I do. Are you the same way?
Yes.
I knew
said,
it.
did you hear me? I said, you love Tool? You love Tool? Yes, Tool is my favorite band. I'm a total fucking metalhead. Even though dude, I went to school for music theory. Like, I'm a musician at heart.
Ah, lovely.
I did not start making videos till I started the channel.
Hmm.
And so, in fact, like, one of the things with music was like copyrights. I struggled so much with copyrights. My neighbor's older brother had a fucking metal band, and they produced like a legit CD. So I asked him if I could use their music. And so early on, I was using their music, and then I found a way to get their instrumentals. And people were like, "Dude, I love the video. Just wish if it was different music." And I'm just like, "Yeah, because you like hip hop and whatever, like whatever." But dude, I am a musician through and through. Like I'll listen to classical. To me, it all is just notes and music and whatever.
Sure.
And like, yeah, my little girl's 3 years old. She's got 6 guitars in the house. Like,
Amazing.
Oh,
yeah.
You have
So,
to you have to share photos of those guitars, man. I'd love to see
oh,
sometime.
for sure, it is the universal language, my friend. But only less than 2% of the world can read music. It's kind of weird.
Right.
So it's the one thing we all share, but for some reason we don't. But yeah, I'm a fucking metalhead, dude.
How long have you been producing videos for? Like on this level, I guess for the Bears or whoever. How long have you been doing that for?
I'm gonna be right back, guys. I have to refill. I'll be right
Cool.
back.
3 years. I'm probably, dude. I think I'm at like 1,300 videos.
Wow.
So like,
Are you self-taught, or do you go to school for that at all, or?
No, self-taught, dude. Like self-taught. Listen, I don't even pay for the program I use. I still use the trial version.
Gotcha.
Right? So
Nice.
like, I'm basic. So like when I see real video editors and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, like that last video you saw. Like I was actually kind of impressed with it myself because I did good because like I got the 2 videos overlaying each other. And then the one kind of coming into frame as the focus loses it.
Totally.
That's the type of detail that real video editors use that I don't. Like, I'm good at just pulling the clips, like clearing copyrights on YouTube, and then adding music. And like, I find I produce music too. It's all original music that like I try and capture the feeling of a football game or suspense or dynamic or this and that. And that's my goal, which is why it's instrumental. But like, I would love to just hear metal. When you go to the games, you hear metal. I don't know. At the stadium, they play like fucking Metallica.
For whom the bell tolls.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm a bassist, dude. I'm a bass player.
Gotcha.
So to answer your question,
Primus, Floyd, fucking love them all.
This is what I'm drinking tonight.
Very nice, my friend. Very nice.
Bourbon and rye blend. And I'm about to do a refill. You know why?
Yeah.
You know why, guys?
It's your birthday.
Because it's my fucking birthday. And you know why? Because one of the greatest gifts I've ever had for my birthday present is the Bears beating the fucking Packers to go to the fucking playoffs. Fuck Green Bay.
Yeah. So, yeah, dude. For sure.
Can I get a fuck Green Bay?
Fuck Green Bay. So essentially, the channel started off because me and my co-host David, my buddy. I've known him. We used to work together. I used to be his manager, but like we loved the fucking Bears, and we would just talk Bears. And after that job, we both kept up, conversations. But it's weird, man. It'd go like 3-4 years without talking to each other.
Wow.
And then 2018 happened, and it's like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? You see that Bears game? Like this and that. Like we'd always like talk NFL and shit like that too, and whatever. But like, we were spending like an hour on the phone every single fucking week, couple nights a week. So we're like, dude, we should just put this content out there. Why not? And so that's what we started the YouTube channel with. And I quickly realized how ill-spoken I was, how bad it was. I was like taking screenshots of videos and like drawing circles around them with little arrows and like trying to do it like frame by frame. We were recording on cell phones.
Come on,
Bearski. It sucked. And then like what happened was I had a video on Armand Watts, which was a waiver wire pickup by Ryan Poles.
I remember.
And so nobody else had an Armand Watts video out there. So when people searched his name, I came up and it got me like 200-300 subscribers in like a day. So it kind of like blew up, and it was like, whoa, cool.
So you'll never forget Armand Watts because that name began your ascent. Wow.
Well, so it's weird because it's like, so I started taking that approach where it's like, okay, if I could be the only content out there for the not popular, which
Mm.
is one of my best videos was a Tyson Bajan video.
Ah,
The only
nice.
competition I have there is fucking this guy.
Was it my Tyson Bajan video?
No. I'm saying one of my
12,000
best videos was Tyson Bajan video. Like the only competition I have with those is you, Shorty.
So
You're,
it
me
wasn't
and
all
you
the
are the only
other.
ones out there making Tyson Bajan videos. Just so you
Cheers.
know that.
Cheers.
So the other at that time, the other big players and podcasts that we know about in Chicago, they weren't yet kissing Tyson Bajan's ass yet at that time.
Oh no.
You know, and
fucking roasted for it. But
oh,
like real quick, like Shorty reached out to me, or Foster reached out to me, said, "Come on our podcast." I remember, Shorty, I talked to you for like an hour. I was like, "I've never done a podcast before or whatever," and I went on, and we had Swifty on there. And I mentioned how it's weird that Tevin Jenkins keeps getting hurt, this and that. I go, I don't know. Maybe the guy's got something else other than some physical issues going on. Maybe he's got some fucking little, bottle problem. Like maybe he fucking drinks a little too much or like has some substance abuse problem or something else, because like these little sporadic injuries are weird. And Swifty like ran with it. Are you saying Tevin Jenkins is an alcoholic?
Oh
And the
man.
chat just started roasting me and this and that. And I was like my first time live, I totally made an ass of myself. I've just continued to make an ass of myself since.
Well,
And the highlights are what carry the channel. So whatever, fuck it.
It was because Tevin Jenkins said that he needed to he drinks he basically admitted he drank too much beer. He needed to
Did he?
he
That
said
was right.
he cut the beer out, and that's why.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that one.
He also said his nutrition sucked, if I'm not mistaken.
That's where,
Didn't he also?
that's where I got it from, Sri. Because he did say his nutrition sucked.
I thought the same thing, and when you said that, I was like, I can see why he said
The
that.
guy only played
You
2 years in college. Is he really like all in, like Brady, not eat a strawberry for 20 years?
You've come a long way, though. Really,
Oh,
man.
I have,
You're
yeah.
doing a lot better now. Your podcasts are better. Like even
you.
tonight, like you are who you are. Even on the phone with you,
I won't
like it's
stop.
funny because when you and I are on the phone together, we're both talking over each other. When we both hear exactly what we're saying, and we both end our conversation talking over each other, like yeah, totally. But in a podcast world, it doesn't work.
He told me once, you need to stop, and I'm like, no.
You still do talk too much. I'll give you that. But that's just you. You're not going to get over it. Like that's you, and that's what I love about you, man. I wanted to get to this question. I had to that you talk too much. A question I started because
there's no dead air.
Steve, definitely not. Steve Rogers says, going to need some guys taking team-friendly deals next year for sure. Poles, Ben, and company need to work on that magic to keep a lot of guys. I want to ask you guys.
That's huge.
Sri, you go first because Bearski likes to talk, so let him go last. Do you think so? I heard on Aldo's show with Greg and the Greg Gabriel show, they were talking about the quarterback contracts and how they ruin. And Bearski, you're going last though, so hold it all in, write it down if you have to, so you don't forget it.
So what I think
is Paul Bearski, you did a whole thing on the quarterbacks taking up the percentage of the salary cap that once they get to a certain percent, they ruin the team. And fast forward to now on the Barroom on Greg Gabriel's show, Aldo said that he just in passing they were talking about it, and Aldo said, "Well, Patrick Mahomes is doing the same thing to the Chiefs." And I thought, no, he is fucking not.
He is not.
Patrick Mahomes signed 4 years ago,
relatively friendly, front loaded.
A $500 million 10-year deal. He's making $50 million this year.
Yeah,
just like he was making $50 million that year,
7th or 8th or something.
Right. And so now his contract, like Dak Prescott, is making more than him. As long as you're not the little whiny bitch like Aaron Rodgers is to come out and go, well, that guy's better. I'm better than that guy, so I need to make more money than that guy now, even though I'm in the middle of my contract. Like Mahomes is sitting on his contract. He's taking all the State Farm commercials and all the other shit. And he's getting his endorsement money from all different areas. And so my question is to you guys, and I want you to go first, Sri.
Question to Sri. Yeah, because I love this conversation, Sri. Like, I have so much to say about this. So yeah, no, you let him go first.
So based on, okay, I look forward, I'm sure like all of you do, everyone in chat looks forward to when the Bears do the Meet the Rookies, right? So this is Caleb Williams is the only pick that we have drafted in the first 3 to not do a meet the rookies since they started doing that. I don't live in Chicago, so I don't know if he's doing any local commercials for a Ford dealership or whatever it might be. But I know he's not all over the national, a commercial.
Typically, those come on your way out.
Broadband.
Justin started running on top of Dunkin' Donuts in his last year.
Fields.
Like we saw, yeah. Justin started running. Running with.
But do you guys
same thing with Matt Nagy, McDonald's in his last year? Like on your way out, they'll get those.
Do you guys see any Caleb Williams, any commercials?
None,
okay, so
none.
so he's the only one to have not done a Meet the Rookies. When you saw the Hard Knocks, they didn't talk to him, interview him. It wasn't about him. They showed clips of him, but they were just kind of showing a good pass of his there in practice, but they highlighted other players. It seems like to me, he wants to stay out of the limelight. It's like his investments are in other areas. Like he's like the first player in history to come out of college with $20 million in the bank from the I forget what it's called, where you make money in college now, right? And so
nil.
Thank you. So
yes.
So he came out of college with $20 million in the fucking bank, right? That was the first year salary of like a Kajana Carter first pick in the draft in the 90s, but he already has that money, and now he's invested that. But he doesn't have an agent, so he's basically his own agent because of he's his own company right now, and his own company has purchased a stake in a New York women's soccer league. So he's investing his money in other areas. My question to you guys is, do you think that Caleb Williams, when it comes time in 2 years, when he goes, his 4th year is up, and everyone gets there, Lamar Jackson, all of them, they want that money, or they're walking, and then they have to give them a fucking a franchise tag and all that stuff, and it sours the relationship between the player and the team. Me personally, I do not believe that Caleb Williams is that kind of guy. I think that he already is. He's got his investments lined up, and he'll continue to make more of those investments. He doesn't want his face all over the television for whatever reason, and it might be a good reason, and it might be a good idea. Is my point. So, do you think when it comes down to contract time, he's going to be, he's going to want to break the fucking bank per se and put his team and bury his team, put them in a coffin and bury them so he can make all the money? Or will he want to do a team friendly deal that's going to keep him around for maybe a 10-year deal like Mahomes? Maybe it's 10 years, $600 million, something like that, or break the bank, rob the team, fuck everything up. The only way that he's going to win 8 Super Bowls that he claims he wants to do, in my opinion, is by taking the other route, like a Tom Brady did, or Patrick Mahomes, I think, did. Time will tell on that, but Tom Brady was never the best quarterback in the league, and he was the best. So, Sri, what do you think is going to happen when contract time comes for him?
There's also the third option, which we don't want to consider or don't like, is that he goes and robs another team, right? There's a worst case scenario option that also happens. However, the reason I think
you do 2 franchise tags.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
You got him 6 years,
7 years
before he does. It's a Kirk Cousins situation, but okay.
Right. That is true. So what I believe will happen, or what in my optimistic mind will happen, is that he has shown, and this is based on him showing me a couple of things, at least with his public persona and his ability to communicate and justify or rationalize decisions him and his team, i.e. his dad, even made so far. If that article was to be believed, which apparently it was, because none of it was refuted, where initially they were looking for ways to not be drafted by Chicago. Compare that to now. I believe what has happened this year is that he has shown that not only is he willing to and open to change, and not change over a long period of time, actually change his tune, change even the way he plays for a greater good, i.e. the team, and more as importantly, a team that is run by a coach who he wants to actually ride with, perhaps because he realizes that Ben Johnson might be close to the cream of the crop and he might not go to a different team and have the same type of support and development that he actually has here, because he has seen that the team is willing to spend money to get the hottest coach on the market, knowing that he is their starting quarterback. I believe that he will be, when it's all said and done, if we continue the path that we are on in terms of one-loss record and playoff appearances over these next 2-3 years, I believe that will make him think long and hard before demanding that the bank be broken. And
so right on.
if he, but that doesn't mean he's going to give a hometown discount of 75% of the highest paid quarterback in the league. I believe that he has a trust for the organization in the past that's been built up over the past 9 months that did not necessarily exist a year ago, that they will do the right thing for the team and to build it properly. I believe because he's not stupid, and he is already smart with his money, we can say, based on what Shorty said, that he understands the economics of running a football team, maybe more than someone who might be insulted and offended by every single offer that's thrown his way.
100%. And I've
and
done
his ego,
those numbers, man. I've done those numbers. So, like,
yeah,
they are telling, Sri. They tell a story for sure.
And I believe any talk about his ego and diva nature, they may have been valid once upon a time, but they no longer apply, if you ask me. I don't even think they might exist to some degree, but it doesn't matter because what he's shown through his actions and how he presents himself publicly is not that. And if we look, there was something I wanted to share. I'm glad you asked this question, Shorty, and I'll finish with this. I may have mentioned to you, Kevin Byard went on the St. Brown Brothers podcast, and I think it was released yesterday.
I just watched that. You just sent that to us. I watched it. It was awesome.
And tell me, was I wrong about the insight he gave from about day one? I think, and Bearski, I don't know if you caught this yet, but I'll share one piece of it. Kevin Byard brought up the very first meeting Ben Johnson had when he walked in to address the whole team, the roster at that time. And I was very floored. I was very impressed by what I heard. Kevin Byard said that normally a coach will come in and this is what he's used to. Hey, we're going to figure out ways to win. We're going to figure out what we can do to try to win some ball games here. Ben Johnson's first speech was, I only have one question to ask. How much can we win by every single game? That was like the first meeting he had after he got hired. And if Caleb Williams was in that room hearing that, at that moment, he may have realized this is, if we work this out, this is going to be something really goddamn special. And if I want those 8 Super Bowls, I'm not going to do that being a nomad and being a freelance quarterback for a bunch of teams that are on the cusp. I'm going to build something, sustain something with a group of receivers I trust, tight ends I trust, O-line that I trust that's going to stick together. If he is as smart as I believe he is going to work with the team and stick around because he has 3 years of evidence that this team organization now knows how to build for the long term, like the teams that we used to envy once upon a time. And that's what I believe would happen, Shorty. That's my prediction.
So it's very interesting. You know, they asked Urlacher on ESPN recently, like, if you were in college today, would you have still gone to, I think it was what, New Mexico, right? State of New
Mm.
Mexico.
Yep.
And he, or would you have taken like NIL money and gone somewhere else? And he's like, based off the situation I was in, it's like, I love New Mexico. I would have gone somewhere else. I needed that money, right?
Mm.
It's huge. That's huge. It's something that people don't usually talk about or understand or whatever. The second half, and I told you, Sri, I focus on long term. That's my main focus. The second half of that long term game is all financial. It is all financial. And so currently, as it stands right now, right, there are, I believe, 6 quarterbacks that have reached that second deal,
Mm.
and 3 of them are kind of garbage. Well, one of them is kind of iffy. So what you have is you have Josh Allen, right? You have Lamar Jackson, you have Patrick Mahomes. All reached the second deal. All got it after their third year, right? I believe Lamar maybe after their fourth year. I don't know. I have all this done. The other 3 that got
They were both after their 4th year.
Possibly. Ideally, you want to know they're worth it at that point already. Like by the end of next year, if Caleb's going to get max money, you want to be pretty certain he's worth max money, because like Peyton Manning set this unreasonable standard of what you expect people to play at, but you pay everybody that amount, and then they fall short of carrying the team as much as they need to. Russell Wilson's my best example. We're on 2 Super Bowls when he had a defense running game. You finally pay him, never wins another one again. But okay. So when you get to that point, the other 3 are Kyler Murray, Trevor Lawrence, who's making a better comeback, and then
Yes.
who was the last one? Oh, Tua. Manua, Lapola, Viola, Tunga Viola, or whatever the hell, right? So yeah, Kyler Murray, Tua, they're not worth it. So it sucks because you want to get to that point, but you want to be as certain as you possibly can. But you'll still take the gamble if you have to take the gamble, because beyond that, I think you got 2 guys, and it's Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, right? Sam Darnold's on the Eagles. I always get this fucking wrong. Who's on the Eagles? It's not Sam Darnold, is it?
Hurts?
Yeah, the redhead. Sam Darnold.
Oh wait, on the Eagles.
No,
You mean the
not
Seahawks?
the Eagles. Seahawks. Yeah, the bird team. Right. It's Sam
Sam
Darnold.
Darnold,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. For some reason, I always mix them up with somebody else. But yeah, so those are the only 2 guys that have really kind of bounced around a little bit, that have actually wound up going somewhere then and having like, which you would call success and it'd be worth it, right? Other than that, man, if you get to a point where you like 5th year option, like it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And that's repeated throughout, the recent history pretty frequently. Now, when I did the numbers for salary cap percentage, like how it's not about how much you're getting paid, because we hear these numbers thrown out there and they get bigger and bigger and bigger, but the cap also rises larger and larger and larger, right? The league's making more and more money. So for me, it was like, well, what chunk of the pie are you eating? Right? Because like I'm fat, I want the pie. But like, no, I really watched Brady win by Super Bowls by 3 points while they were able to afford top tier kickers.
Right.
And I learned a tough lesson when we were letting Robbie Gould go. And I said, well, I expect this team to suck the next 3 years. I think the locker room needs to be turned around. That's why we got John Fox, and that's exactly what he did. Why do we need to pay a kicker top tier money? Well, because after that, we double doinked with Cody Parkey. And during that process,
it was blocked. It was
during that process, we paid Mike Glennon $16 million to start for 4 games.
Right.
So instead of that, you keep Robbie Gould for 3 years, and it's way more worth it, right? So like, there's a way to handle the money a little bit better that could have made things like, you want that part of your team and you want that to be secure, because you might wind up winning playoff games by 3 points. How many 1-score games have we won this year? So like you said, Caleb probably didn't want to get drafted here. I wouldn't want to get drafted here either when Matt Eberflus was here. We saw Caleb perform in the clutch last year. I told you, I knew at the beginning of this year that he was clutch, and they had 5 wins. He's performed clutch this year, and they're at 11, right? So like, the coaching staff has elevated the other parts of the team. It's not like we weren't getting turnovers on defense last time. They were fucking up late game situations. Situational football is just non-existent. Timeout against Detroit. We lined up against the Packers and stood there for 30 seconds, looked around. Remember that fucking weird thing? Like, dude, it was a mess. I wouldn't want to be here either. I would have rather gotten drafted by the Vikings. But you're right, too. Caleb does have the money. His dad is a businessman. they know how to handle it. So what the numbers showed me are right, were that early on. So I did like 10 years, 2014 to 2024. So like early on, the averages, like if I took the top 10 paid guys, the average would come out to about like 14%. Right. So you get a fluctuation between like 11 to like 16%. Right. Like the top guy was taking 16% of the money. Meanwhile, number 10 guy was taking like 11% of the money or whatever, but like in between there. And once it hit COVID, it was weird, man. Like there was a spike where all of a sudden Ryan Tannehill is taking up like 21% of the salary cap for a year or two. It's like, what the fuck is this? Daniel Jones, the top 2 or top 3 paid quarterback. Why cripple yourself in a way that's historically never not been done, right? And so, like, but what I noticed throughout those entire 10 years is Brady's name didn't pop up until his first year in Tampa, and then he was like number 8. He never held his team fucking hostage, and he let those finances be spread out. And so, like, this is my biggest question. And dude, I went to it with Fields. It's not that I want to get rid of Fields, but if Fields wants to take $20 million a year, I'll keep him. But he's got the leverage because we drafted him in the first round because we have no other. Like, he's going to want 50.
And so
like, we can't keep him.
I need to make 70. Yeah, you're like.
So two things.
Yeah.
One, Caleb gets way better and takes a leap and is worth the max money, and then I'm happy to do a Patrick Mahomes type fucking whatever, figure it out, and like you can figure out the money. But like the balanced teams, like the Patriots, like the 49ers, like the Eagles, like Jalen Hurts was a second-round drafted quarterback. Like, he's getting paid whatever, but, like, they're balanced. 49ers, Brock Purdy, 7th-round pick, he went down. Like, they're still 10-4. Like, they're balanced. When Brady went down, they still went 11-5. They were balanced. That has been, like, the most consistent, repeated success. Not one-year success, but repetition success for teams to follow that model. And
well, John Lynch, I give him a shitload of credit because
superstar quarterback and have him be on board. That's how you wind up with like what Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady did.
Sure. I'll give John Lynch a shitload of credit. Number one, for totally fooling the hell out of Ryan Pace back in 2017, making him think he was going to draft Mitch Trubisky. Number one, but what he did to recover from Trey Lance not working out. That was draft
like catastrophic failure, and they still went to a Super Bowl after it.
And he turned it around so quickly. That was goddamn impressive.
It's so amazing. And they cut their losses as soon as they could street.
Yeah,
it's real coaching. You know what you see. You believe in what you see. You know this guy's not it. First win, the game they lost against us. That
I remember that game.
Tsunami Bowl. You know there was a video of Trey Lance in a hotel room throwing dollar bills at fucking strippers. Going, I can get behind this leg ass C.
Leg ass C.
Dude, so like Kyle Shanahan was having none of it.
So
good. We would have held on to that guy for like 2 years, 3 years.
Yep. So Caleb has proven, at least through his work and through the way he presents himself, that his focus is comes from a much more wise place than maybe other lottery picks, we can say.
I hope he does the right thing, man. I hope so much, Sri, that he does. Or like I said, or if he does max money, he's got to be worth it. Right now, he's not. Right now, with the play we're getting from Caleb, it's great, but you cannot
pay for
do this with less.
It has to be on tape. I get it. Yeah.
Jordy, what do you think, man? What is your answer to your own question?
I think when it comes down to it, Caleb is not a he's not a greedy guy.
Right.
I think I think that's kind of why I opened it up with he's the only player to not do a meet the rookies. He wasn't like he wasn't all over Hard Knocks like he probably should have been. I think that he's a guy that he likes to sit. He likes to. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to.
You're right, though. No, you're right, though, because like Tom Brady made $30 million in a roast.
Yeah,
married abroad that made more than him.
I don't want
to make money. You'll make money, dude. One Super Bowl in this city. 2? Oh my God.
I don't want to
Well,
compare
you
him to
won
me,
Super
but
Bowl.
I,
You made
I
so
feel
much
like this is why I went on a bender of buying his rookie card. You know, when it's all said
And I
and
called
done,
you crazy, and now I said you're winning.
and I think that,
I was wrong.
and
Maybe.
we talked about
Maybe.
this last
Maybe.
night. I
Maybe.
think when he
Maybe.
retires,
Maybe. Still
when he
amazing.
when he retires in 20 years, and that generation and our generation will be old, and then the generation above us will be dead, and we all think about Peyton as the greatest player of all time for the Bears, but I think that with one Super Bowl, definitely two, and anything more than that, the next generation is definitely going to say yes. Somebody asked somebody in 20 years who's the greatest Bears player of all time. They're going to say Caleb Williams. That's why I
Statue of Walter.
put myself in debt to buy cards. I've since paid off, but I racked up a credit card debt buying fucking Caleb Williams rookie cards, and now I'm looking back on I need to buy more.
Sri, I got a question for you.
Yes,
I
sir.
have a Tom Brady signed football. It is valued a lot. However, I know that things are valued most when somebody dies, like the day after they die. However, it's Tom Brady, who is older than me, but has not eaten a strawberry in like 25 years, and I drink Ice House. Will I make it? So, like, I don't know if I think Tom Brady might outlive all of us 3 times fold.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So it's like I'm looking at the damn ball. Like,
everyone
I don't know if
guy
I'll get to the point where I'll see this guy go. Like,
he'll outlive everyone except that one guy who owns a lab where he just puts himself in a chamber every day and like says, here's how I hack my body and my own biology, and I'm going to live to 125 or something.
For real, dude.
But did
you hear he cloned his dog? Shorty, did you hear about that?
Tom Brady?
His current dog is a clone of his former dog.
Oh, fuck. If I had the money, I'd clone my dog.
No, yeah, I thought of you for sure. I was like, I know Shorty would do it. He's like, I know it's not the same dog. He's like, but
I'm gonna mute you now because you need to shut the fuck up. I have to finish answering my own question, which is, I don't think I think that Caleb, when it's all said and done, he will be fine with the money he's making in all of his other investments from this, because he's such a smart guy that he's such a I love the way that he handles, like, I love watching his. The only thing I don't like watching about his pressers is he says way too much. Other than that, like, he handles it like he wants this position. He wants to be the guy. Like it goes on to the clutch situations in the games. Like, whenever I played sports, I was very athletic when I was younger, and I played a lot of sports. And when the game was on the line, I wanted the ball in my hand, whether it was in basketball or in football. I wanted the ball in my hand, and I wanted to be. I played a lot of stupid sandlot football, but I wanted the ball in my hand at the end of the game. I wasn't afraid of
factor, Shorty. It's one key factor. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, they won a Super Bowl.
Right, but
no. That's how you're able to take the less money.
I'm muting you again.
My point. I'm sorry. No, seriously.
I'll never be able to finish my point. You're out of here. Come back when I'll let you in when I'm done. When I finish my point. When I was always the guy that wanted the game. Like, I am my best when shit is completely fucking chaotic and everything is on the line. It came from my first job working at a Chicago food stand. Also look up, there's 80 people in line. You got to make 15 beefs and fucking 5 hot dogs. It was just like, go time, fucking zone. I found that zone.
So you come up with answers when the pressure is on. That's what you're saying.
Right. Yeah. There's no thinking. It's just doing. It's like I was telling my wife this today, because I put on the game today instead of watching the Cowboys and the Redskins. Redskins, yes. I was like, I'd rather watch the Bears play this game again than watch these losers. And I was telling my wife, it's like, Caleb is that guy when the game is on the line. He is fucking lit up, focused, and that's how I get. I know it. I know what that zone is. I see it when it's on and he's doing it. I'm right there with him, like. And I always thought to myself over all these years, like, why doesn't the quarterback just run the fucking offense like that all game long? Well, obviously because you can't. Like, you have to work the clock and all this stuff. But when it fucking go right now, that Caleb has it's time and time. It's proven it like 12 times in 2 years already that he has that moment that he wants the ball in his hand with the game on the line, and that is what makes him special. So I think that him and his personality and everything that comes with it, and his ability to handle the media, and he's not fucking cocky. He's confident. Like when he said after the media asked him after that pass to DJ Moore last week,
I can make all the throws.
I can make all the throws. And you kind of gave that like little smirk where you didn't want. He was just like, I get it, man. Like, so I long-winded answer to say I don't think that he is going to want to break the bank for this team. He's going to realize it takes 55 to 10, 53 to tango. You know, it's going to take 22 to tango. We're going to need our best team on the field at all times, and give me the money that I need, and I'm going to take that and invest it into other things that I'm going to make more money at on the side away from this. Just like anyone does. Like anyone that makes a certain amount of money in their job is going to invest the money that they make, and because they can't just go to their company and go, I want $80 million a year or I'm leaving. That just doesn't happen in the real world. They're going to take the money that they'll be lucky to make $150,000 a year, and then they're going to invest the money, and they're going to make $3 million for their retirement.
Yep.
I think Caleb Williams is on that. He's just that type of guy that's not going to break the bank for his team, and he's going to. I apologize for pulling you, Bearski, but
no, don't apologize. I deserve that 100%.
So, just so I can finish, I don't think he will. I think he'll take. It'll be like something similar to Patrick Mahomes. It'll be like a 10-year, 10-year, $700 million deal, because at that point he'll have set the market, and then he'll make that money, and then the market will be reset by a Dak Prescott, and then by a fucking Kirk Cousins, and then by a Jimmy Garoppolo. But the salary cap will continue to increase because of Netflix and all these other people getting in the market for NFL. And then his contract will become team friendly, kind of like Cole Kmet.
Right.
So I just don't believe he will. I think he's going to take. I think he's going to be a team friendly guy for the future when it comes to that.
Agreed. And one thing I'll tell you, you mentioned the wanting the ball at the end of the game because you want it on your shoulders to make everything happen. I've seen it 3 times in the last 40 years, and I'm talking, this is a pure instinctual reaction to what you said. 3 times up in Caleb would be the 4th. 3 times. McMahon, Michael, Derrick Rose, Caleb Williams. All 4 of those names are the names that come to mind. When the shit hits the fan, who do you want leading everything? These 4 people. And I've not seen it. I'd have to think of anyone else in Chicago in the past 40 years that has that genetic makeup, if you ask me.
Yes. It's a special trait because, like somebody's, like I've had it happen a lot, like just with my wife and I in real life scenarios. And it's like, it's fucking, you can't think, you just do.
Right.
And I've been like, okay, take this, go out to the truck, start it, fucking get it going. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab that. I'll be back in 5 seconds. We're getting in the truck. We're taking our dog to the emergency room. Like, boom, it's done. We're going, or whatever it might be. It's just like once in anything in life, when I am forced into that situation where it's like, there is no thought anymore. It is just instinct. Like because of me and my job and just me in general, I'm always thinking 10 steps ahead naturally. I'm just thinking 10 steps ahead, like in a casual situation. It's not a life or death situation. When it comes down to a life or death situation, it's like, boom, I'm 10 steps ahead. immediately do this, do this, do that, take this, go there, go do this, do that. I'll meet you over here in 2 minutes, have the truck running or whatever that might be. We're out of here.
And I just
The
gotta
most
say,
important thing that's missing when you get into that mode, I believe this is probably what's common for every single person and entity we just mentioned. When it is crunch time, the one thing that's missing is us even spending a millisecond wondering if what we are doing each step is right or wrong.
Right.
And I believe what the human condition in general life, or we can even say in the context of a Bears game, the first quarter up until the middle of the fourth quarter, that's the question that is in front and center of every player's mind, perhaps during the game. And maybe even Caleb's up until there's 5 minutes left. And then that question is no longer asked.
Right, because all that time that you're talking about in between is just life. It's life during the game is just progressing along, and you're gonna try to run the clock down by running the ball and successfully, and you can't do it. You can run off 9 minutes out of a quarter and then score a touchdown, and that's the meat and bones. That's the life of the game. But when it comes down to that last 3 minutes, you're done by 10 points. There is no thinking anymore, man. It is okay. Grab the dogs, put them in the fucking car, fucking start the car, fucking grab the ice cream out of the refrigerator, grab the ham sandwiches I made, put them all in there. I'll meet you there in 3 seconds. I'm grabbing my fucking gun or whatever. I'll meet you in the truck in 5 minutes. And the apocalypse is now. We're going.
Right.
We have a plan for it, right?
And even if you're the phenomenon that occurs is even if the decision might be wrong, it actually still tends to work out in your favor.
Right.
During those times.
You're so focused. Right. And that's what we see with Caleb time and time again when that fucking overtime, dude. Just Paul, like you making that short of him that we played earlier in the show is like just so that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's when I said this to my wife. Like when it comes down to these moments, man, for a fact that your husband, that you can rely on me to stop asking. Just don't ask questions. Follow these instructions. Go do this, do that. Go. And she's like, yes, you are correct. I think that's exact. Boom, boom, boom. Plant the ball. Fucking plant your foot. Throw the ball up. Put your hands in your pockets. Touchdown. Game's over.
But you're missing something. Before you packed the sandwiches in the car, you forgot. Because you didn't change the oil in your car and it broke down, you miraculously somehow got a rental car that you could pack those sandwiches into. Dude, Caleb is still fucking things up along the way.
No.
To get to those moments. So, like, what I'm saying is, like, with this last clutch moment, like, it's pretty, it's great, it's amazing. We still recovered an onside kick, which had, like, a 5% chance of happening, Shorty, throughout this. So listen, at the end of the day, like, when I'm looking at this.
I'm pulling myself.
When I'm looking at this, like the only way you wind up doing that favorable deal is when you already have that success. Like Brady did it, Mahomes did it. They had already won the ring,
yes,
right?
I agree.
If Caleb's here and Matt Eberflus is here, yeah, give me the money.
Right.
What else do I fucking have to look forward to, right? So because the situation is what it is.
No, he pulls a Roquan if it was Eberflus. He pulls a Roquan, in my opinion.
Right. Exactly. But why wouldn't you? Like, if you're in the guy's shoes,
right.
Why wouldn't you do that? Right. So, like, now you have to just be real about the situation, right? If you like the situation you're in and you believe that your success will come here, that success is going to be worth more than you holding the team hostage and making that road harder for yourself to achieve that success. And that's what Tyson Bagent did just now. Dude, Tyson Bagent could have probably hit free agency and gotten way more than $10 million at the end of this year.
And to compete for a starting job somewhere.
But he said, I'd rather be here, even as a backup. I'll take $10 million. To me, that's life-changing money. Caleb's got the $20 million in the bank, like you said. Like, they are business-oriented. If they look long-term, then we will get the result that we want, right? Because, like, PJ says – every guy gets paid early. Yeah, there's only been one PJ though. It's been Tom Brady. It's the guy that's won the most. So there is that one outlier. Every other guy does get their money early. That's why I was very critical of Lamar. That's why I like Aaron Rodgers. Sucks because you should have won more than one. You were good enough to win more than one. But you kind of crippled the team.
But you weren't a team guy. You
weren't a team guy. And it's a fucking 52-man roster.
Cousins
right? So, like,
money, I have to make
real
more
here.
than him. Yeah.
Well, where to?
He's got to get paid appropriately to what he's doing, right? So that's why next year is going to be so interesting for me, man. I want to see that leap. I want him to get paid high, and I don't want him to hold us hostage. But
Alex Machado says Caleb talks to Tom Brady a lot. Correct. Tom will let him know you want money. You want the money from championships. You want money, or you want money, not championship. The championships will get you the money, and it's not about taking the money from the team. Just go fucking put yourself out there and take money from endorsements.
One Super Bowl.
Invest it. Go buy a fucking soccer team. Invest it.
And this adds on to what I mentioned, that we are on the cusp of between good and great as a football team and an organization. Once we transcend that, then we get into the conversation of a sustainably great football team, which means we have good scouting, good. This is probably for the first time we have shown that a good majority of our drafts ended up hitting and not missing. Then our free agents did hit for, aside from a defensive end whose name I'm not going to really mention right now because he's not playing anymore or for the rest of the season. But more so the scheme, the philosophies on both offense and defense are also sustainable. Once this team gets to great, then that is where I believe the decision that Caleb has to make on how he's going to approach it, him and his dad, as somebody mentioned in the chat. It will be, I believe, respectful because he has earned respect, number one, with how he's carried himself so far. And number two, I believe the team over the past year has earned his respect as well with what they are willing to do to make this happen, to actually build something sustainable or put in all the effort in the world to go that direction, which we can't. I don't think he may have necessarily felt that 1 year ago, or even when he got drafted. I don't think necessarily maybe have felt that.
It's weird because it will come with consequence is the thing if it's not valued. And we saw this with LA. Sean McVay is one of the best coaches in this league. He had Jared Goff, which was a first overall pick.
Yeah.
They made a Super Bowl with him.
Was he number one?
I believe 1 or 2, right?
Wow.
Yeah, he was a top pick for sure. Number 1 or number 2, I forget exactly, but yeah, he was up there. And so the thing is, though, is if you're gonna pay that position, you'd rather have Matt Stafford instead of Jared Goff.
Right.
So like right now, like if Caleb was getting paid max money, I'd rather have Justin Herbert instead of Caleb for the same money. Like so like that's what you have to do is you have to sit there and go like
you pulled from the channel saying shit like that, Bearski. Come on, dude. What the fuck? I love you, bro, but come on.
Dude, but Jordy, it's what it is. Do you understand that Patrick Mahomes and Jordan Love are getting paid the same exact thing? Who would you rather have?
Caleb Williams. I want no quarterback. You could ask me what quarterback of all time do I want right now on this team? I'm telling you, Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, I've said it a million times before, is my fucking.
I'm telling you, the second
quarterback.
Half of this game is financial, so I want Caleb too, but it needs to make sense.
Yeah,
it needs to be appropriate according to value, right?
Thank you, W9.
Like it needs to be appropriate according to value. If he's going to be Peyton Manning, then pay him like Peyton Manning. Right? Like we saw it with Josh Allen. They did not win a Super Bowl with Josh Allen. They paid him fucking top money. Josh Allen is worth that money. Yeah. He is. right?
Yes.
Do you
Like,
think Burrow is? Let me ask you.
yes,
No.
yeah, for the same price, Burrow or Caleb,
Burrow as a
I
quarterback,
would take Burrow.
or
Yeah, I would like
injury-wise, he
for
cannot
the
stay
same
healthy.
price.
His whole career, he's injured.
Yeah,
Every fucking
that's you're
season, they
right.
can't
You're right,
rely
Shorty.
on
He's
him.
getting to that point now where you're
So
starting to
no,
get concerned.
no.
But like Matt Stafford had all those back issues and shit too. So like injuries are a whole other variable that's a crazy outlier. But like for the production, let's just say production alone, as of right now, yeah, Burrow's a way better quarterback than Caleb. And so if I had to pay them the same, yes, like so when you do pay Caleb and Burrow becomes available, that's how Goff got traded for Matt Stafford. I mean, it's just
Right.
is what it is.
It's a
right?
good point. It's a good point.
So, like, I believe that Ben
It's great.
is a real coach, and I
Right,
believe
right,
that
right.
a real coach has those expectations.
It's kind of like the good quarterbacks get traded, not put to free agency to reset the market. So a Cousins gets 40 million, or a Garoppolo gets 40 million, and a Cousins gets 45, and then an Aaron Rodgers, little whiny cunty bitch, comes out and says, "I want 60. I'm better than those guys." Like, the whole point is, I think that Caleb Williams will not be one of those guys ever. I think that his personality, his karma, his aura, the man that he is, he's going to want the championships over the money, and the money will come because of anything he wants to do, because he can choose any way to make additional money, or he can choose to say, the 50 million a year I'm getting from the Bears is enough. At what point is 50 fucking million dollars a year not enough?
because that 10-15 million a year makes all the difference in the world for a franchise to be able to spend.
Right.
Like I told you guys,
So
50 million was Robbie
you?
Gold for 3 years.
Does that just tell you? Are you just such a lazy fucker that you can't, like?
No, because Ryan Tannehill will never have that opportunity again.
You can't take the 50 million that you're making each season and invest it correctly to make more money on the side. That you have to steal it from your team, so you can't.
Most guys can't. Most guys can't.
Exactly.
Yeah, most guys
I
can't.
don't think Caleb is that guy, and I want to end it.
So either. I don't think so.
We're done with this conversation.
And from an organizational standpoint, I believe there was actually a turning point when the team began to shed the either deserved or undeserved label of poverty franchise. And that was the Montez Sweat trade. Even though that was a couple of years ago, I believe that narrative, which got rejected by Poles being able to sign him to an extension when everybody and their sister went on national media and said this was a complete piece of crap. Don't they know that Montez Sweat is not going to sign here? And then what happened a day later? I believe that was what started it. It got even further accentuated when they did what was potentially thought as not possible, which was extending Jalen. And and those two things, I believe, began to change the reputation of the organization itself. Even before firing Coach Eberflus, I believe that began the actual rebuild of the organization, if you ask me.
One thing Poles has done well is he has kind of approached those situations with that value in mind. Like, I thought the Jalen Johnson contract was exactly where it should be. You overpay by $2 million based off situation. Like, he's probably like a $16 million a year guy. You paid him $18 million or $9. Like, it's right there, but not top.
Right.
You didn't let Roquan hold you hostage for it.
I believe he learned from Roquan, if you ask me. I believe he learned from Roquan.
No, he's done that very, very, very well. Like, very well. The DJ Moore contract is one of the most impressive ones, in my opinion. Like, that one
100%
blew me out of the water that we were able to have that guy for that money. You know what I mean? Like, if we could do that with Caleb, oh my God, guys. Like, that would really be like.
I think that's what's going to happen. I really do.
I hope so. I really do. It's the thing I'm most worried about, Shorty.
I want to end this conversation because I want to wrap the show up here. But before we do, I want to ask you guys, I want to switch the gears to the Niners. What are your thoughts on the Niners and going to San Francisco with, what are they? Are they 11-4? They're 11-4 too now, right? So what are your thoughts on this game? and then maybe some score predictions. I don't know. I'll let you go first, Shri, because Paul won't. He won't. He needs his time to vent. So let's go first, Shri. I love you, Paul.
So I watched. I don't know if you watched their last game, the Monday night one.
Yeah, I did.
What I saw
I was pissed
was a team that is that knows exactly what its strengths are and doesn't try to even showcase even potential weakness. And I mean specifically, Kyle Shanahan is extremely smart because he knew that he can no longer rely on his wide receiver group to go win everything for him anymore. And he had to go back really to his tight ends and his backfield to actually drive the game. And they did it masterfully a few days ago, masterfully. And they're going to be coming off a high from doing that to the point where they'll dare other teams to actually stop McCaffrey and Kittle and Tongus, I forget how to pronounce his name, and then use them to actually free up Jennings to hit home runs. So I'm sure Dennis Allen is also quite intelligent, and he knows that San Fran might come out throwing everything towards McCaffrey, using him in the flat a lot, using middle of the field for Kittle a lot. Dennis Allen and how he schemes to put our secondary and our linebackers in positions to stop those three entities, that I believe would be the determining factor in the game, because I don't know, as much as I like San Fran's defensive coordinator, I don't know personnel wise how built they are to really stop what I would call close to a juggernaut of a run game that can dictate terms for 60 minutes like we have shown the ability to do. So I believe it might be higher scoring than what we might, especially this last game might have told us, especially in good weather as well. I believe it will not be a repeat of that monstrosity that we saw last year in San Fran. So I am going to say 30-17 is what I'm going to say, us. Not because I'm on a euphoric high from last Saturday. I am putting a lot of faith in Dennis Allen to study the hell out of this past game's tape against was it the Colts? I've watched too many fucking games where I don't even know. Was it the Colts that they destroyed? Yes. That he's going to study the hell out of that and find a way to manage the three parts that run that offense, and actually like make Purdy have to stare down receivers, which might be where they are vulnerable. Maybe that's where I come up with this number.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah, dude. On the NFC side of things, the team that scares me the most is the Rams.
More than the Seahawks, huh?
Yeah. It's because of the quarterback.
Hmm.
Because the Vikings got rid of Sam Darnold, and mind you, I made a big case for you should probably keep this guy. You should probably just try again with this guy instead of putting a rookie in there and going through rookie pains. But even from their perspective, one thing's clear: that still needs to upgrade. It's similar to the Jared Goff thing. It's like, yes, you're really good, but you got into the playoffs and you threw 4 picks. So what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right? So when you get to this do and die area, man, it starts coming back to who's got the better quarterback? Who's got the better quarterback? I am not really intimidated by any other team in the NFC other than the Rams. The 49ers would probably be second. They're right up there. But the Rams, because Stafford's done it, they've done it. They're it's probably last ditch effort for Stafford to get one again. Like they've shown they've traveled that road, right? Like they're the ones that are going to be really, really, really tough to overcome. As far as everybody else, to me, it's any given Sunday, right? Like we could go in and Sam Darnold could butcher that game for the Seahawks. We could go in and like that's why I wasn't a big believer in the Lions. It's like, yeah, you guys had your chance, but Jared Goff was Jared Goff again. It's why I never believed in Kirk Cousins. Like I thought they should try again with Sam Darnold, but I was all for getting rid of Kirk Cousins because Cousins. Dude, with Kirk Cousins, the Vikings, they came up to a 4th and 8 in the playoffs. He threw a 3-yard pass.
Right.
And hoped his tight end would break a tackle for a first down. That's your last play of the season. Because you're Kirk Cousins. Like, at the end of the day, you just are what you are, right? So, dude, if Caleb has shown flashes, right? If he could kind of do what, like, Joe Flacco did and just out of nowhere have, like, a spectacular postseason, oh, yeah, then this team could go all the way and win it, for sure. And so the AFC scares me more. Like I said, Josh Allen, the Bills, I think they're desperate. They're hungry. But, like, yeah, I'm really interested in this 49ers matchup. I think, like, if they come out and they do really take care of business with us and, like, wipe the floor with us, I might start thinking a little bit differently about if we face them in the playoffs. I might be, you know what I mean? But, dude, they're one of the best teams, period. They're well coached. They've got it figured out. They're very balanced. They're very smart. Carl Shorty, at the beginning of the year, people were like, would you trade Ben Johnson straight up for any other coach or whatever? And I was like, yeah, Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay. And Carl was like, you want to be where the 49ers are at? And look where the 49ers are at now, Carl. Like, yeah, dude, that's what well-coached teams do. I believe Ben is on that same level, right? So, like, yeah, those are the teams you're competing with.
I think they're both where they have one thing in common. They both overachieve.
Yes, which is a common factor amongst all great teams.
Right.
It's like, oh, the Chiefs are losing all these one-score games. Yeah, they won all the one-score games for 7 years straight, though, right? Like,
I would not take any head coach in the entire NFL over Ben Johnson right now. That gives me the most confident. Like, I know that when
Sean
you,
McVay, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
but when you okay, but if they come to Chicago, I'm not worried. They're coming to a cold weather. It's important that we get. I almost am afraid of the first seed because the bye week scares me. Like you have a week off, and then you come back and you're like, oh, everyone's been fucking off for, the time that they wouldn't have normally been fucking off. They would have been preparing for the next game. And part of me almost wants the second seed, but I don't want the second seed because if we play the Packers, that's my biggest fear. I don't want to play the Packers a third time ever.
It'll be at home, my brother. It'll be at home.
But like somebody said earlier, I think it was Tony in chat, that Ben said he loves beating the Packers twice a year. So
yes, he did.
twice a year this year.
LaFleur said, "Who's that guy?"
Yeah.
Okay.
But as far as this Niners game is concerned, for me, I'm just not worried about it at all. I know we're facing a great head coach with a great running game and all that stuff, but what does anyone know where they're ranked in the running game? The Niners?
No, but
they're not near the top. That's for sure. I don't think so.
So are we 2 or 1 now? I don't know. I don't remember after. I know we were 2 going into this game against the Packers, but did we make 1 now, or are we still 2?
We didn't rush for enough yards this past game. I don't think we'd be 1. We rushed for like 140 combined, didn't we?
150 something.
150.
that division is super competitive, though, right?
Yeah.
Like they are thirsty for a win.
They
need it. Like they need it.
Teams in the playoffs. So they might not be up to the game as much as we are, because a win for us means we are closer to the first seed. So Seahawks lose for whatever reason in the next 2 games and we win both, we have the number 1 seed. Not sure if I want that, like I said, but I think that gives us more motivation. So I think that this is going to be a battle of two great head coaches, and I think we're going to win this game. And I'm going to go 38 to 28 Bears.
Tell me where the 38, how do you break up those 38 points? Where does it come from in your eyes, in your vision?
That would be 3 touchdowns from Caleb. What would that be? 2 rushing touchdowns and a field goal. Oh wait, is that 38? No, that would be 1 rushing touchdown and a field goal, right? 35,
Yes.
38. Okay, I think Caleb's going to have his first 300-yard game because their secondary sucks, and this could be the first 300-yard game. Caleb is 300. He's 439 yards away right now
from Kramer. Yes.
Oh yeah, he's gonna
one more yard in beating and becoming the greatest, like the quarterback who has the most passing yards in history for a single season for the Bears in his fucking second season.
After getting sacked 70 times his first year. Jesus.
I think that's going to happen this year. The touchdowns won't happen, but he'll get the yards this year. And then eventually he'll get the 4,000 yards, but then he'll also get the 30 touchdowns, which will put him over Kramer.
Let me make the case for a loss, okay? Because so I'm struggling here because like I know this team is good enough to, like I said, the Rams are the only ones that kind of scare me. So like other than that, I look at just about anybody else and it's like we can win all these games, right? The Eagles prove that, and like Packers are a good team. We lost one, we won one in a matter of 3 weeks. Like, but we can win these games, right? It's tough. It is so tough to win 5, 6, 7 in a row. I mean, we watched Matt Eberflus coach a team that couldn't get 3 wins in a row for 3 years, right? Yeah. So, like, if there's any time to lose, it would be this game. You go to the Lions, you have a revenge game, you go to the playoffs, you hit it hard, and you get that loss kind of out of the way, right? Like, because I don't want that loss to come in the playoffs, and it would be really tough to string, what was it, 8 wins in a row, followed by a loss, and followed by 6 wins. Like, that's kind of unreasonable to expect, right? So, like, if there is a time to lose, they are a good team. They are a good coach. They are thirsty. They are this, like, and then you still beat the Lions. You still wind up with 12 wins. It's not a bad scenario if it goes that route. So I'm not afraid to lose. If we do win, Sri, like you're saying, 30-17, or Shorty, like you're saying, 38-28, oh my God, I might start riding a higher horse than you, Shorty. Because to me, that'll be a statement against a very good coach team that's very well balanced. That's so like, to me, like, it's a very interesting game. I almost don't care what the outcome is, but I'm very interested to see how this goes, because I think it'll determine a lot in the next couple
and as long as we demolish Detroit the following week. Yes.
I know we will. Like, you know, Ben is pissed.
Revenge. There needs to be massive revenge after they slaughter the hell out of us beginning of the season.
100%.
Yeah, you get yours.
So let me ask you both one question to the 49ers game. So let's take win or loss. Sorry, bud.
Really quickly, W9MXR says Bears are in first place in rushing offense with 100.
Oh shit!
So right now we're the number one.
We have 2 running backs. I'm sorry.
So was Detroit one, or who was one before?
They're crazy.
I don't know.
Good question.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? The video that you sent me of the Amon-Ra St. Brown podcast,
right?
They were talking to Kevin Byard, and they were like, Kevin Byard was all upset that Shawnee didn't make the Pro Bowl, and they were talking about the players that made the Pro Bowl. They're like, no, 2 guys from the Eagles made the Pro Bowl. They're like, Dejan and the other guy, and they're like, is he a cornerback or is he a safety? Like, and everyone was like, I don't know, and they were like, wait. So is that 2 slot cornerbacks as opposed to 1 slot?
That's right.
Nobody fucking knew, and I sat there thinking to myself, thank God I don't feel so stupid right now, because NFL players going against a defense that they played this year don't even know what position the guys that they're talking about plays, and I was like, Thank you, football guys. I'm not such an idiot as I think I am. Even NFL players can't remember who plays what position. It was so telling. Anyway, go ahead.
Absolutely, Ben. Absolutely. So my question for both of you, this is just I'll call it a think tank experiment. Take a win or loss against the 49ers out of the equation. Also, take Caleb out of the equation. What is one thing you think of that you would like to see and witness in this game out of the Bears' performance as to make you feel good moving forward? Is there anything specific that you really have in your mind that you would like to see out of how they execute this game? Any element, any part?
335 yards passing and 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions for Caleb with a 70% completion percentage.
So cool. My question included take both win or loss and Caleb out of the equation. Another element that you want to see.
And you said Caleb's stats, right? Exactly.
You're getting dirty on me. I see. Okay. I want 4 takeaways on defense again.
Mm.
Very nice. For me, it's been 2 things that when we do them, I feel like we go in a positive direction. When we don't, we struggle. One is points off turnovers. I know you said take Caleb out, but it's not specifically a Caleb thing. Like when we turn the ball over, let's make the other team pay for that, right? Like,
sure.
Let's make that point swing a double whammy.
Yep.
You don't get the points and we do. And number 2 is that there's been times in games throughout the season where like kill shots are available and you kind of like lay flat.
Mm.
And so like when that has happened, which one I'll give you is like the Saints game, we were up 17-3. I don't care that Caleb did not throw a single touchdown that game.
Right.
Because I would run the second half out too if I was up 17-3, right? Like situationally. But like you got the, we ran into touchdowns at the time, but like you took the kill shots when they were there and you got them and executed them. Whereas other times you kind of let teams kind of come back on you a little bit and this and that. So I want to see those situations kind of start shifting a little bit more towards being more opportunistic from the offensive side, because the defense does feed you a decent amount.
Yep. So the reason I asked that question, my answer for once is actually more of an emotional answer. I want to see our defense actually manage to neutralize a good offense for a whole game. And knowing that, that's without we don't have a real pass rush, a consistent pass rush. Knowing that, that's doubly in my mind because the sour taste I had in my mouth and now into my brain was, I don't know if you recall the stats from last year's performance against the 49ers. I don't know if you recall Brock Purdy's yards per attempt against us last year. It was the most ridiculously ugly and like soul-sucking number that one could imagine. Right? That you would have thought he was Montana, the way he surgically dissected us. Even though that was a year ago, different defense, different everything. For me, what I would want to see is us make him look like a game manager quarterback and not someone who is inhuman, which is how he looked last year, if you ask me. That is what I would really love to see this coming Sunday.
Yeah. I attended that Steelers game, and it's like Caleb put up 3 touchdowns, and it didn't even like seem like it. That's what you want. Like you want that consistency throughout the game, and you want that control throughout the game. And it's like when you do, those stats will add up. After week 3, Shorty, I said, this is the performance I want. And Carl made fun of me. He's like, we got player of the week. You want 3-4 touchdowns and 300 yards every week? That's unreasonable. And I'm like, it's not the stats. It's the control. Like they controlled that game. And the stats come with it. You know what I mean? Like, but you want that control, and that's huge. And, yeah, I mean, it'd be nice. But like I said, if this is a challenging game and we lose it, and we lose it close, I won't be upset. If we get like smashed, I might be a little worried, but like I don't know, man. Like I said, all my expectations have been achieved and then some. So
Here-
like this is such a good year for the Bears. It's just I hope that the magic continues. But like you said, number one rushing offense, dude. Number one turnover defense. Yeah, no. Oh, I love this. Perfect. Do you have mine up there? No, you don't.
No,
Okay, so like I predicted six.
I had us 10-7, so I'm already one win there. I already lost my vote or my prediction by one win, so
See,
I'm happy with that.
the case I was making against Carl's record was like if you get to week 10 and you've lost all those games, then you're starting Tyson Bagent. And what's funny is like you guys all had him winning against the Saints. And I think I might have had him. There was 1 week. No, you guys had him all losing against the Ravens and the Bengals. And I had him winning one of those games. So on my podcast, Shorty, I was calling you guys haters that week.
So Chris
Weird
Watts,
country podcast being haters predicting.
the only people that are even close to being correct are J2K at 12-5, Jason UK Bears from the British Bears Show at 13-4, and now Chris Watts at 11-6. Chat is actually, if we win out and go 13-4, Jason will have won and chat will have been second. And that blows my mind that our chat was like, we're gonna go 15-2. Like, I love you guys, man. You guys are amazing, but you guys are close to correct. You're the closest to correct right now between Jason and the two fucking British guys and J2K. That's hilarious.
And like credit to J2K, and so like the difference between what actually happened with what J2K predicted is really just divisional wins.
Yeah.
Like some of those losses against the hard teams, like the Ravens and the Bengals. Well, the Ravens had a backup quarterback. We still lost. We should have won that one. That one hurts. But like the Bengals, yeah, if Joe Burrow was starting that game, maybe it goes different. But like I think J2K had us sweeping the Packers, sweeping the Lions, and like, yeah, that's what didn't happen. But man, this team is so on the right path, and it's so on the right path that it's not even funny. And like,
this is a special season, guys. It's one of those seasons that, even though we've like normally a special season that gets a team a Super Bowl win is they don't have all the injuries. They they stay healthy most of the season. They get all the right calls in the games, like even though they shouldn't have, but it wasn't called against them, or the call was against the other team when it shouldn't have been. And that's, those teams that win the Super Bowl, they have special seasons like that. And here we are sitting here on our fifth fucking defensive back who should have made the Pro Bowl. And we had all of our linebackers out for one game. We still won that game with a guy we signed off the streets, a week before, and just things like that. And we come down to the wire in the previous Packers game. Caleb just throws that ball 5 feet to the left further, and it's a touchdown. We win that game. There really hasn't been anything to be upset about other than the blowout from the Lions, but I'm glad that happened, because when we play them next, Ben Johnson is going to be seething from that loss, and he is going to make sure that we beat them. I feel that in my gut. This is a special season. And I'm just going to wrap this up by asking you guys, is the Super Bowl possible? Chat.
definitely,
I'm gonna put a poll in chat now. Is
definitely possible. Definitely.
Are we thinking Super Bowl?
Shorty, like, and this is, you said earlier, I would not take any other coach over Ben Johnson. And I said, well, maybe Sean McVay, right? But like, dude, coaching, it doesn't win it for you. Andy Reid was a great coach and didn't win one for 19 years, 20 years until he got Patrick Mahomes, right? Like, your coaching has to be good enough. It just can't be a failure. It can't be like, you don't want to get outcoached, but like once you're in that area, like I said, Ben Johnson is good enough. But like, Andy Reid's not taking his shirt off in the locker room. Andy Reid, like, he'll make a commercial with you and take your nuggets and this and that. And like, But like Ben Johnson's at that level, and he's got that extra buy-in, man, where it's like, dude, no, I wanted I wanted Vrabel. I did, and Vrabel's not bad. He's a good coach. I was afraid to gamble because of my PTSD as a Bears fan. Yes,
But
I
when
am.
you watch the locker rooms after the game, like you watch Vrabel's
We
locker room,
gambled. We won. We won. We
We
gambled
won.
and we won big, dude. We gambled and we won big. There's no way. Like I would much rather have Ben Johnson than Mike Vrabel right now. It is. Yeah. Cheers. Cheers.
Sri, Super Bowl?
Well, I don't know if you remember what I asked you last night or a couple of nights ago. I had said, what the hell did I say? 40 years ago. Wait, no, there was context to why I mentioned, could this be the year? Exactly 40 years
To the
after Super Bowl 20 that it could happen. I want to say, yes, it's possible. I still believe next year is what will truly happen. However, I say that knowing that I said earlier in one of our earlier shows where I joined you, where I said anything that happens this year is just an absolute bonus that we should not take for granted. I've appreciated every second of this year more than, I would say, even more than like 2001 and to some degree 2006. There were certain special times in 2006, whether it was anything Devin Hester did or the Cardinals game. There were times in 2006, but there is something very fulfilling about this year that even if we do crash and burn in the playoffs, it's not going to be the same heartbreak that it was in the previous times. This is because the ride has been so enjoyable that, and I can't say that I've been able to make a statement like that in the past and actually mean it.
Mm-hmm.
So because we are seeing, and I made this analogy in a previous show as well, I believe the organization itself and the team itself has finally caught on to the importance of actually building an organization, something that Ron Wolf and Mike Holmgren understood and realized in the early to mid 90s. And so we're beginning the beginning stages of catching up to what the Packers have been able to achieve over a 20, 30 year time span. That is what makes this and the tangible growth we've seen, irrespective of us having strokes of luck and strokes of opportunism. The growth is non-negotiable. There is no lack of evidence for that, which is why I won't be disappointed, but I won't rule out if we do make it all the way.
The biggest thing to be happy about, and like why, like the phrase, "Oh, it's different this time. It's different this time." We've heard it so much, and it's always been the same. Like I've been like, Obama got me. He promised change. It didn't change. Like, no, it never really changed. The difference is those obvious things have gotten better. They're being fixed. With Matt Nagy, Cody Parkey doinked kicks along the way. We lost a game against Miami due to a doinked kick in week 5 in 2018. Like that, those telltale signs were there. This time, we were supposed to have a shitty running game. We didn't draft a running back till the 7th round.
Yep.
And he's a top 5.
And everyone shit all over that pick. If you remember how much criticism we got for drafting Manungai, if you remember.
Yeah, and Sri, I'm not a draft a running back top 10 guy or whatever, but I felt like we were in a situation where we should have taken one second, third, 4th round. We could still use a third guy. And okay, maybe, but what they've done with what they have is capitalized it. The reason why you don't pay Jalen Johnson top money, but you pay him accurate value is because, look, he got hurt, and Nashawn Wright came in his place. And because of that, we're where we're at, right? So it's you don't want to do. We're paying Dio. Dio's been non-existent.
He's one of the few disappointments, man. One of the few.
Stack those things along the way a lot,
right?
So when things go bad, you don't want them to go catastrophic. Yeah, dude, they're set up nicely. Shorty,
100%, man.
I
100%.
don't want to keep dragging this out. You know I will. You know I'll just keep going.
No, you are the one lucky soul who has actually got a day off tomorrow. So
I
Me?
told you guys. I'll keep you.
No.
Me. I'll keep you up all night. I told you.
Oh, I have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I know you're trying to end this.
That's why he's the one lucky soul who has the day off tomorrow.
Yeah,
I know what you're trying to do. I've been purposely dragging it out.
If you could just shut the fuck up.
Yes, fine. I'll shut the fuck
Jesus
up. Fine.
Christ. They have to fucking pull you again? Like, come on, bro.
I love you.
I love you too, man. Everyone, like, I think I had my closing statements for the show, but they got wiped out by Bearski. But I don't care because I love the guy. But
yeah, it was like 20 minutes ago. You had it.
And let me think really quickly.
Let me talk while he thinks. No.
I just want to say Merry Christmas to every one of you, and thank all of you who have taken your Christmas night to join us tonight to talk Bears, because I'm sure every one of you have done the same thing that every one of us on this panel here tonight has done, is rewatch that game over and over and over and over and over. Or maybe you watch Bearski's clips where he showed you those moments, or his video where he showed you those moments over and over and over to exhaustion. And, today I said, I'm not watching fucking Netflix football. I'm going to rewatch the Bears game. And then I watched some of Bearski's stuff that he sent me, and please make sure you check out Bearski's content because it is absolutely amazing.
Yes, please.
It's my go-to. It's
looking forward to it.
It's all that I watch is Bearski's content.
He does film. Otherwise, you're going to get a Russian guy.
Bearski film, great content. You will see you'll see it in the closer. My homage to him, my thank you to him. Let me see. What is this? Arlie is saying, Shorty, I had no idea what you meant, but I just Googled, and I'm sure, and I'm still not sure. LOL. But the little I read, it seemed like he's the guy that said "seize the moment." Carpe diem, seize the moment. Yes,
yeah, Carpe diem.
I put in chat. Arlie, carpe diem, seize the moment. Yes, that's what that means. So seize the moment, man. And this is the time. Right now is the time for the Bears to take the special season momentum that they have going and carpe diem, seize the moment. I am not afraid. I'm going to be honest. I'm not afraid of anyone in the NFC other than fuck Green Bay.
I want to make a statement. Let's fuck.
But I just don't want to play them again. I don't. I'm sorry. It's just I have serious PTSD from the Packers. So much so that I couldn't watch the last 10 minutes of this game. I had to go out and clean my damn garage like an idiot, and I didn't get to watch it in real time and have the ups and downs that all you guys had because you weren't cleaning your fucking garage.
What if we squash them though? 28-7. How nice would that be, Shorty?
Yeah, it would be great. But I'm not worried about the Rams. I'm not worried about the Niners. I'm not worried about the freaking Seahawks ever. And so, seize the moment. This is the moment. And I have never had any bigger belief in our coaching staff and our quarterback and our running game and our defense with players that should have been Pro Bowlers that were fifth stringers. And like, this team is special. And it's a team to win with because of that. And I am just looking forward to whatever happens like the rest of this season. But I truly believe that we are Super Bowl contenders, and we should all feel that way. And I saw a bunch of comments in here, and I did pull them up.
But Alex Machado's comment up
what
there.
Better time? Like this is the time we can win the Super Bowl this year. We all need to shift our. So my playoff beard, my scraggly fucking raccoon on my face has now turned into a Super Bowl beard. And this thing is not coming off until we are out of the playoffs if we lose the Super Bowl, it's coming off. But if we make the Super Bowl, it's coming off either way. And I just want to say thank you guys for joining me tonight, which I was perfectly happy to come on here and just talk to chat tonight and do a show by myself. And I kind of blasted it out, and you guys came on and joined me tonight. And it's been an absolute blast. And I want to thank you, Paulski, Bearski Films. I always, even to my wife, I call you Bearski. So you're Bearski.
I've been ski my whole life. Dude.
Yeah, you're Bearski. And Shri, I mean, you're just becoming like a staple of this channel, and like I told you, we'll talk after the show, but I want to give you like a little more an easier way to join the show rather than me sending you links. And you're always welcome here, Bearski. Love you, my bro. We talk all the time. We talked last night for like 3 hours. Shri, we talked the other night for a few hours. I love.
Don't tell people that, man.
Love you guys.
I'm joking.
Every one of you in chat.
Got a picture of Shorty that I hold in bed, just like.
This damn raccoon is going to stick around for at least a couple more months until this is over, and we win this whole thing, because I believe we can. And I want to thank everyone who is new to our show tonight, that has not been here before. Please subscribe, set your notifications, watch our shows. We've got the British Bears show. They do a show on Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. UK time. It's great. I think it's better than ours. It's more structured. It's really, really well done, man. They do such a great job. And please check out their content. Please come back for our content next Thursday, because as much as I didn't think we were going to do a show tonight, here I am doing it, and we've got more viewers than I've seen in a long time on this show. So
don't fucking cut me off during my closer. I had to. I'm sorry. I had to.
What's the upcoming schedule for what shows? So every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, Arlie. And then the British Bears are every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So
Bearski, we try for Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. if you want to hear us fucking.
What days? Wednesdays?
Wednesdays, yeah, 6:30 p.m. Central.
Check out Bearski's podcast, but at the very least, check out his videos, because Bearski is my go-to for Bears video content, man. It's just, I started making videos and I was like, I can't compete with this fucking guy. Like, I'm done. I'm just gonna watch his. You do such a fantastic job, Bearski, man. Like,
well,
really.
I started doing podcasts and I was like, I can't compete with Shorty and his crew. So same.
Yeah, it's true.
You guys are great at what you guys do, man. You guys are awesome, and your chat's awesome. Your following's awesome.
Thank you.
Let's keep growing, man, for sure.
I appreciate that, man, and that's a testament to every one of you in our chat. And I'm going to get to every one of you right now. Armando, Patty, Lera Jr., Steve Rogers, W9XM MXR, man. Thank you for joining us tonight. I am Naj, Cliff Victoria, a member. We've got new members tonight. I want to thank Gene H339 for becoming a member tonight. I want to thank King Buka, my friend, my family, for becoming a member of the show tonight. Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to thank our super chat that we got from JM Williams, $10. Thank you so much, guys. It means the world. Really does. Every one of you, Steve Rogers, Arlie, Patty Lara, Razzle Dazzle, I am Naj. Great to see you again, by the way, Naj. Tony Moy. Fucking love you, Tony. You're such a smart ass. Keep it coming. Cliff Victoria, I think I said you already, man. I love you, bro. You know I love you, man. Team Skeletor. My goodness. I can go on and on and on for hours looking at all of these chats to like say thank you to you guys. You guys know who you are. And without you, we would not be us. So thank you guys so much. Merry Christmas to all of you guys. Happy birthday to me. And we will see you guys next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, just like we always do. Love you guys. We're going to end this on my dorky way of doing this, which is with a straight up Bears on a 1-2 tree. Ready? 1,
yes.
A 2, a 3.
Bears.
Bears.
We BCB.